Good day, everyone.
Good day,
Good day, everyone.
Good day, everyone.
Good day, everyone.
Welcome to the Black Ops Campaign. We're still stuck on Thursday schedules. We're trying to sort it out behind the scenes. For now, we will literally have to make do. That's very unfortunate. Anyways, I'm Kuko. I'm the Dungeon Master of the Black Compass. I do pixel art. I love slime. Let's just keep it going. The most professional intro. Lumen.
Hello, everybody. I am Lumen. I'm Bora. I'm playing Lumen, and today we're not gonna be using the bone anymore because everyone's just using this rotted bone. So instead, I brought here a very fresh new baguette. Okay, so yes, baguette. Anyhow, yeah. I'm pretty much available whatever time in the morning and like early afternoon. So let's go ahead and pass this baguette over to. I don't know who likes baguette here. I'll give it to the most French-looking character. Kairos, fetch.
Ow, ouch, ouch, ouch. It's too hard. No. Good day, everybody. It's Lupus and I'm playing as Kairos Tempus, the timely butler from Roy Dado, and definitely not a shark sim. And here we go.
Sip.
No, small, fetch. It's very long and hard.
Sip.
Okay.
And old.
I take the baguette and yeah. Hello everyone, it's the smallest overlord, also known as Goldust. I used to stream and I am currently working my ass off, and I'm the main reason why we're having schedule issues.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, it's just because my work
Okay.
really doesn't have weekends off, so that's why I'm really struggling to find time to play D&D these days. Yeah, as in there is no, as in zero days off in my campaign right now. So yeah, I really don't know what to do, y'all. But yeah, that's it for me. Here, take it. Who's next? Krome, because finally you're early for once.
Fucking early. What the fuck?
Adjacent.
Early?
Adjacent.
25
Adjacent. Adjacent. Last time it was 1 hour.
Okay.
Hey guys, it's Krome, the Krome of Krome. I have such a short name compared to you guys. Anyways, I am earlier. I will be playing favorite.
Fucking shit.
Shut up! I'm about to throw hands. Okay, as Sek'na, or maybe Kes'na. No, I'm kidding. There are definitely reunions. I'm ready to play. I'm gonna pass the mic to the book.
To the book. To the book.
Ginawang bookmark
book.
yung baguette.
Look up cute
Page
baguettes
noises.
online.
Baguettes. Oh, what?
Cute baguettes. 20-year-old baguettes.
Oh my god, that's a different thing altogether.
That sounds horrifying, actually.
Look it up.
Horrifying.
Here, catch Everett.
Yes.
Say,
Catch
a
the
French
20-year-old baguette.
The book catches the book catches a 20-year-old baguette. And yes, hello everyone. I'm Theodore. As always, I play as Everett, the book. The proud wielder
I am
of Daddy's long book. And
Long
Huh?
what else? And that is
We've
most
lost him, guys.
what
We've
you
lost
call
him.
this? Soul craving
Daddy's
book.
favorite.
Yes.
Daddy's favorite boy.
Alright, I'm taking that
Remember,
baguette back.
just- Well, no, I'll keep fighting the baguette. Just kidding.
I
man.
have
It's
an
okay.
announcement
It's
to make. We have artworks.
No way.
Really?
But what? Seriously?
Let's start. Well, I only have one, but I have more to share. But I'm not sure if Miko wants me to share it on stream. So I'll just, maybe we can do it. Why am I doing a Miko voice? We'll do it. Oh, by the way, Miko will be running late. He's still actually in class. So He'll be running late, and this will be a normal occasion from now on, as long as we're playing on Thursdays. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
here is the artwork that my partner made for one of our characters. Can you guys guess who this is?
OMG.
March.
Can you
Oh
guys
my
guess
god,
who
it's
this
Grayson.
is?
Oh, it's Kairos, never mind. It's
Boy,
Kairos.
that boy. Now that's how I
Yeah.
imagine it.
Why is the first person that gets art
God
Kairos?
damn.
That sounds like a crime.
It's a crime.
Look at that
my
wing.
my partner actually drew this in like I don't know, like an hour or two or so.
OMG.
It's really fast.
He's so fluffy. I like him.
He looks clean. Yeah.
This
It
is
looks
actually
old.
this is actually an this is actually an alpha. This is an alpha Kairos.
It's
This is an
alpha
power
Kairos.
Kairos.
Wait, which one is better
I
again,
might-
Alpha or Omega?
I mean, look at the comparison, guys. It's like not even close.
It's
He
night
looks
and day.
It's
professional,
not
actually.
even close.
Yeah,
He looks
this is Kairos.
professional.
It's Kairos but better.
But
It's
then-
Omega Kairos.
You know what? You know
Yeah.
what? I think this
Mhm.
is the competent Kairos, so this is Kairos 2, the better one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
he does
The
looks like he
alpha.
can
Can
kill
we-
someone
can we
who is
trade
less
in-
competent.
Can we trade in? Hey Kairos, can you shoot yourself so we can get
This
the
look-
other Kairos?
No.
This looks like the Kairos. This looks like the Kairos na hindi nagchichismis, not eavesdropping. Yung
It
ganung
looks like the Kairos
What
that
the-
we actually want.
You actually need to shoot yourself a
This-
couple of times to reach this.
This looks
version.
like the Kairos that would actually
yes.
ask Bentley out on a date.
Yeah.
Hey.
Or no, actually, Bentley asks this Kairos out on a date.
Yeah, instead.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
I
getting
think-
in. No.
I think our current Kairos is an amalgamation of different Kairoses. Yes, because
Yes.
he
All
said
their-
he said he's a butler, but at some point he's not a butler, but instead he's a spy.
Well, yeah.
Or,
He's an
or whatever,
amalgamation
an
of
espionage
No
their-
kind of
learn.
thing.
He's just
Yes.
bot. He's just a bot. No learn.
Yeah.
Just look at him.
Kairos
He's
That's
actually
is,
an amalgamation of their worst qualities.
Kairos is a he. This guy is him.
Is he?
Oh, you dang, dang.
Okay.
No.
I mean, look at him. Now that's a
No, no, no.
blue red, right?
Kairos is a boy. That guy is a man.
I mean,
He's
I'm
a butler
fluffy.
boy. This is a butler man.
Maybe it's
a
just
butler
because my
man.
partner's art style, but he does look very handsome here.
Yes,
Anyways, so that's pretty much it. And as for any other announcement, just stay tuned. We'll figuring out the schedule, how it works.
Or we
and
can
makes
do
it
anything.
convenient for everyone involved. It's unlikely that we'll be able to return back to weekends.
Yeah, two of us don't have weekends anymore. Actually.
Yeah, but I do have some other stuff in mind for weekends in the future. Other streams maybe, but I'm not sure who's available. I'm down to have more people involved, but if you guys aren't here, I don't know. Anyways, that's all for me. Kairos, have this stupid baguette back, and do the summary for last game.
Okay. Hello. Previously on Black Compass, the party rested in Alfredo's treehouse, processing the revelation that Grayson was also Claudius. That a noble from what's again? Dawn Republic.
House.
Lumen
House.
house.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What house are you from?
Belmore, diba?
Lancaster? No, Belmore. Yes. Sorry.
House Belmont.
The bunny.
Belmore. Lumen experienced a vision of Vanessa's past trip and her old campaign, triggered by their compass. The vision transported Lumen's mind to an ancient ruins where Vanessa read a cryptic poem about predation, preservation, and manipulation, leading to a debate among her companions. Kairos spoke with his alternate reality version, K2, about their differing timelines. Al guided Kairos, who ultimately spared his other self and now faces the inconsistencies of that decision. Peon became emotional while reminiscing about past memories with someone. Sek'na dreamed of Kes'na alongside Dark Nine, who demonstrated immense power and revealed his definition of strength. The session ended with Bentley asking everyone if they were willing to join the inner sanctum of the Black Compass and if they were ready to confront these points called the remnant point.
Okay.
And that's basically it.
Did you talk about yourself? About when you spoke to yourself?
Yeah.
Your own character?
Mentioned K2.
K2? L? No?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I think.
Wow. You just forget about yourself, huh? Alright.
I think he purposely did
I
that.
forgot. Wait.
No,
Sorry.
I think
Do you just
he wants us
do you
to
just hate
forget it.
yourself that much?
Oh my
No.
goodness.
Just shoot yourself.
No.
That's
God.
crazy.
God.
Alright. Okay. Alright. So I wanna give I mean we can roll back a little bit so that the conversation is organic again, because I don't want to like do a spiel of like what you guys talked about last time. But basically the open question now is if you guys want to know the truth or not. Bentley gave you guys the choice, and you don't have to right now, narratively as well. You guys don't have to do it right now. That's always an option there. It's Bentley warns you that if you go through with this, this will be permanent. This is going to affect. Oh, by the way, guys, I just wanted to let you know there's a construction happening next to our apartment. I can't control it, and it looks like it's going to be some sort of building, so it's gonna be under construction for quite a long time, I would guess. So it sucks, but it is what it is. Just a little vent as well. Every morning and late in the day, like afternoon, like late in the afternoon, they would burn coals or wood to cook their rice, and the smoke just enters our apartment and smells like shit. So I closed the window, which is the worst time of year to do so because it's so fucking hot. It's like 38 degrees Celsius here, 36 or whatever, but it's so hot. One moment, please. My partner's still not awake and it's nearly 3 p.m. One moment.
It's the mate. Not waking up at this time.
I can't enter the what they call this foundry again. Theo.
Why the hell are you asking me?
You're
I'm not your internet provider. I'm not. Just kidding. He just
You're the boss.
just reloaded, man.
I'm
Just
reloading.
reloaded.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So
Hi back.
to help the conversation keep going as well, I did prepare like dialogue options for you guys to take, but you don't have to take it. And if you guys ask your questions normal, or you guys don't want the dialogue options, because there's a lot to break down here, a lot to talk about. If you guys want the choices, you can, if you don't have anything else to say or anything specific. Do you guys want the choices or not?
I kinda want it.
Maybe just a guide, yes?
Yeah, guys.
Is this the right song?
Hmm.
No, this is not the right song. How about the others? Do you guys want the guide or not?
I want the
to what?
guy.
Oh, guide, yeah, sure.
So I have like a set of dialogue options that you guys can take, just to make it easier for you guys to absorb the information as well, and have some structure to the conversation. All right, okay. So here are the options. The one with the dash obviously is underneath whatever title there is. Oh wait, I should ask first if you guys want to know the truth or are you not. So this is
We
the first
wanna know
option
the truth.
basically. So to set the scene, all of you are in the same room in Alfred's like tree house. All of you are like on sofas or chairs or whatnot. Bentley standing in the middle of the room, and Alfred and Tero are in the same room but clearly away from the conversation. Enough to hear but not to directly be involved in the conversation. So yeah, Bentley asks if you guys, repeat the same question. There's still time for all of you. You do not need to involve yourself in this. Well, at least for now. To tell the truth, I don't think you're capable enough, but I know that each of you have your own ambitions, and Dark Nine believes in all of you, so I should too, I suppose. No
So like
response.
we're just trying to
Uh,
know the truth, right? Like the truth about everything that you're
Mhm.
fighting for, yeah.
But
The
there is,
remnant points.
but the thing is, there's forbidden knowledge. Once you find out about it, you become cursed.
Is he saying that to us?
It was mentioned last session, but yeah, okay, I'll just say it. Like, since if I explain the details to you now, you will become cursed with forbidden knowledge. The more you know, the more you become a target.
Forbidden knowledge. Is that what happened to Marsh? Grayson?
Fortunately so. Seems like it.
Mm.
Well, at least for sure, hey, I need to know this forbidden knowledge. Even though my fiance has been telling me that I should keep my nose out of this business, I can't leave him. Seeing as what it did to Marsh, if it also means that I'll be able to help him more, and I'll be able to understand what he's going through. Going through with this. There's nothing left for me anymore. So I'm willing to find out, boss.
Knowledge, huh? Quite interesting. I mean, it completely aligns with what someone told me about my inconsistencies. Maybe I'll get better if I try to learn about this. I'll, I'll, I'll follow you guys.
May I ask something?
Of course, but once again, the more I divulge the information, the more closer you are to knowing the truth.
Don't worry, it's not about the forbidden knowledge. It's more of an affect to after with our ally. So like pertaining to Kes'na, does he know already?
If he had spent time with oh sorry, I'm Bentley. If he had spent time with Dark Nine, I would think that he would be exposed to them already. And the fact that we found him in the other world seems to be the case.
I turn to like Sek'na and I'm like, I think that I turn to Sek'na like address her like, I think we're already too deep into this. Then, if even your brother's involved,
And if I may add, So is that your um friend or
Beyond.
fiance?
Trying to keep this all away from me, but it's like I'm walking into a trap. Guess I'm the idiot, huh?
Perhaps this is the knowledge that your father is unwilling for you to discover. The choice is yours,
I wanna,
however.
I wanna know something about you specifically, Bentley, if you don't mind me ask.
Of course.
Do you believe in Dark Knight's cause?
Uh, I like this because this is one of the dialogue options. Yes. Dark Nine has a mission. As I've mentioned before, my goal is to uphold the greater good, what's best for Anima. To tell the truth, I don't have much in this world other than the Black Compass streamcast. I know I may sound monotonous, but I'm good what I do. I'm good with what I do, and I'm good at following orders. I can't tell you more about Dark Nine, but yes, I do agree.
But also just wanna know. Considering that you are aware of more than we are, more aware of what seems to be the goals of Dark Nine, this mission. How much do you understand? What's at stake? There's a war, I understand that, but the depth, how much we are all about to lose to committing this cause of Dark Nine. Do you really understand all of that?
I understand it, and I am a witness to the effects, but the greater cataclysm is yet to come. I think it is coming sooner than we expect.
Then, I'm one last question. Considering this is also gonna be, I'm sure this is going to be brushing up about this forbidden knowledge that you've been trying to hide from us. We agree if all of us, or at the very least, those that wish to understand or know about this forbidden knowledge, will we be able to know what the Nightbringers' goals are about bringing eternal night to this world, or to this world? Really, just understand why my own fiance, who gave me the world, would turn to these people. I learned to know those things as well.
You will be able to piece things together. From what I understand, they are actually in line with our goals. It's just they are a bit extreme with their approach. The Black Compass is more subtle and behind the scenes. If they do what they intend to do, from what I could tell, it will be a nationwide effect that could cleanse or make things worse.
We're all gambling, aren't we?
No
None
one.
of us really know.
Hmm.
None of us really know if whether they're right or we're right. We're all gambling, then, aren't we?
We play with the cards that we are dealt, and with the information that we know. You will have a better understanding if you know the forbidden knowledge, but there will be more questions than answers after this, I'm afraid. That is always the case. That is why it's forbidden.
Grayson takes a deep breath and then looks at Bentley in the eye. Then I'd like you to show me. I will completely consent to learning about this forbidden knowledge. Whatever happens to me.
So that's Grayson pretty much locked in. Kairos also locked in.
Mm-hmm. All knowledge is good knowledge.
Everett is also locked in ever since last week as well. Yes.
I would
Lumen's
say that
just
the forbidden knowledge is not a good form of knowledge. Again, it is a curse.
Oh yeah, this one's new.
There are reasons why the gods forbid studying this or even knowing about it. It is not. It is no way near good. And then again, a solemn look in his eyes. And this is twice that Kairos has ticked Bentley again. This is the second time. And all of you can tell that Bentley is, deeply affected by this. And especially if Kairos is the one saying insensitive things. Or incorrect things. I think
that's
it's
good.
I think it's safe to say that it's not good knowledge if it's forbidden, right, guys?
Yes.
But learning, yeah, it's okay. I'll take the consequence for the minus points.
As per me, it would appear that my brother already is on this forbidden path. And if he cannot walk away from it, I will join him. We always stick together.
Lumen is like looking at everyone, and then he's just like, he lets out a sigh, and he's just, well, if everyone else is in on this, I can't just like leave them behind. I'm in on it too.
Bentley nods and looks at Everett.
Everett takes a deep breath and would say, "Well, I already have a made up mind, so, and knowing that I've already barely scratched the surface of forbidden knowledge, and I've already been studying it and wanting to finish, so you can consider me in."
Alright. If that's the case, then prepare yourselves. As if the room ever so as if
Side
the
effects,
room
Aparo.
ever becomes more silent and slightly darker. Perhaps it's just your imagination. Perhaps it's something observing this very conversation. You're not sure. Maybe it's just cinematic effects. You get the following options. I think actually. Actually, never mind. I'll just share the options here. just so that it's easier for you guys. But you guys don't have to ask these questions specifically. You guys can deviate from it, ask other questions. It's just a guide for you guys.
Ah,
So, what exactly is the forbidden knowledge then?
The forbidden knowledge is any kind of knowledge that can lead to immortality, the existence of the void, and the secrets of anima. Most importantly, knowledge of how to break the laws of nature. It is called forbidden since it is seemingly attracts the void. We're not sure how they do it, but the void definitely can. We are direct examples of this. When myself, Tero, and Alfred are in one room, we immediately become targets of the void. Other examples of forbidden knowledge is resurrection, creation of life, soul magic, attaining godlike powers through evolution or fusion or other magical means, preventing death or immortality, and other things.
Oh, I get it now. For every knowledge, there's a price. So these void creatures, are these the husks?
Jesus.
Husks.
That's
That is one of the forms that they take, yes. Bodies not possessing souls, creatures beyond undeath, but they are creatures and they can be killed. They are entropic beings, devoid of seemingly no intelligence, other than the consumption of animal life. They are the ones who uphold the laws of nature and anima, the bringers of true death. They do not spare anything, not even your souls. As far as we know, yes?
Mhm. You may continue. I'll ask later.
Don't do that, okay?
Sorry.
As far as we know, their origins are from another world. We call it the other world. As for how, what, and why they were created, we don't know. They are one half of the force of nature and anima, the other being us, animals who inhabit it. Now, as I've mentioned, the good thing about them is that they can be killed. However, the way they reproduce is through corruption. And we'll talk about that later.
You mentioned that these husks appear whenever there's disruption in the laws of nature. Then why appear here, my home? My people is all about the natural preservation of anima. I don't understand this.
Preservation is one thing, but as I've mentioned, in forbidden knowledge, when animals or even anything reaches a certain level of power that could lead to immortality, that could lead to perfect beings, the void seeks to prevent that. It upholds the laws of nature, which is simply put the cycle of life and death. anything that is affecting the natural course of a living being is a form of resisting death and therefore breaking the cycle of life. It seems to be that is their mission, their sole purpose.
And when you say immense power, you probably mean my sister, Kes'na.
Not only that, including the gods. Nature itself here in the ethereal primes where elemental magic is supreme. No other nation other than Rordado is as elementally attuned or magically attuned. There is so much magic to be siphoned, to be gathered. But it could also be the case that, 3 people here know about the forbidden knowledge. It could simply be that they are attracted to us. We don't exactly know how or why or when they will attack. We just know that they only do attack people with forbidden knowledge.
This work. Does the same thing happen to the Nightbringers?
Perhaps. But the night, from what I can tell, the mission of Nightbringers is to prevent the spread of forbidden knowledge, or perhaps even releasing forbidden knowledge in Dawn Republic. Out of all the nations, Dawn Republic is the one that is most susceptible to corruption. You see, the truth about White Shepherd is that she had already perished. From what we can tell, at least. And she used all of her magic to infuse the lands and bring forth what is historically known as the First Spring, which allowed the Dawn Republic to thrive and become the superpower of this world as we know today.
So if
So,
these void creatures are trying to hunt those people who knows forbidden knowledge, then what does the Black Compass do then? Do we like stop these creatures from hunting us down?
The Black Compass, as a front, is a business. We collect magic items, record details about the world. However, behind the scenes, Dark Nine and the Inner Sanctum members use these magical items to better understand the nature of anima. The blood staff in particular will be used to research Stein's blood and possibly determine how Stein possesses immortality. What are the properties of his blood? Is it seemingly inherited based from Midlandish culture? Is it given similar to Thoril's worshippers through Thoril's invocation? We don't know. We are studying it.
So research then.
Or it could also be used to create powerful blood-based weapons. As of now, the Black Compass's internal members would be 18, including all of you.
I see. So not every member of the Black Compass knows about this forbidden knowledge. Otherwise, it would have been ethnic already.
Indeed.
of course, we would be swarmed with these void creatures.
It would only be
Yes.
18 of us that would know. In the Black Compass, at least.
Have we not encountered these husks before?
Yeah, I mean,
And
didn't
then Sek'na
we?
looks at Theon.
Everett actually looks at Sek'na and he'd say, um, about what happened back in. I mean,
In Dawn Republic, in
you,
that mansion thing?
no, not in
Mhm.
Dawn Republic. If you guys still remember the Bohujan that we met before when we fought, which show I put in the book. It, I,
Back in the
I'm
frozen
still
expanse?
I'm still trying to think if it is a husk.
What makes you
No,
say?
just say gut feeling, and it also called me a husk. So
But
I'm
didn't
still.
didn't you took his soul? So that's not a husk then.
Mm, good point.
Anyways, what I was pertaining to was actually during our encounter nearing Dark Nine's tower. If the husk managed to
Mhm.
find themselves there, then I'm afraid that our current base of operations are already at risk.
The orienting compass, despite all of its defense mechanisms, is safe. We have not encountered a single attack from these creatures while we are at base. Not once, since its operation. We believe, I do say that they do not possess any form of intelligence, but the husks, at least. But we suspect that there might be a leader of some sorts. At least, at least one. Or perhaps there is something that's preventing them to invade anima in larger numbers. We do not know.
Well, actually, we might need to look into how these portals just pop out of nowhere.
That is one of the things Dark Nine is personally working on. Yes.
It could also help us at least try to figure out the frequency of the attacks, or only when or where. But yeah,
But the responsibilities of the Inner Sanctum members is to close these remnant points. It is often that these remnant points are channels, gateways for the void to attack. That is why my first responsibility was to close it. Even if Fion is able to close the portal, they would simply open again. Remnant points are scattered all across Anima, tied to an ancient kind of magic.
Bentley,
Yes.
these remnant points, we encountered one in Anima before, and Kairos, all I remember about it was Kairos destroyed some sort of crystal which caused that remnant point to close. Is that something? Is that similar, or were we dealing with something else completely different?
That is how you destroy a remnant point. They are often tied to crystals or um, relics, sometimes items sometimes a person or creature.
A question.
But the husks there, back in uh, back in Dawn
Dawn.
Republic, are so different from the one we encountered here. They were just normal-looking people, like citizens from Dawn Republic.
I
Are
have
you
not
saying
I have not heard of this before.
He quickly looks over to the one that he just remembered now is important in Dawn Republic. Looks over to Grayson. Grayson, do you think
Yeah.
do you think I forgot his name, the other tiger from the
Blake.
like
oh yeah, Blake, it's Blake, the
Oh,
one that you're
sorry.
Cloud?
the one before, way
Cloud.
before.
Cloud?
Yeah, Cloud. Yeah.
Cloud?
Yeah. What wasn't Cloud investigating those things? Do you think Dawn Republic knows a lot about these things too?
Like what you said made me go deeper into thought. When we last talked with Cloud, all I can recall is that he was inspecting
A cult, right?
cultish activity, and they
Yeah,
were
yeah, yeah.
linking these remnant points to the cultist
Ancient.
activities. So maybe they're either letting in they're hiding more things than they know, or their notions are completely wrong all this time.
Also, if you guys can make history checks, you're missing one crucial information from that arc that is not being mentioned so far. But I don't know. If you guys remember, then you can just say it. But if not, you can roll a history check. All
Oh
of you were
my
there,
god.
except for Fion.
Yes.
Are we
Suddenly,
talking
Fion rolls
about?
nat 20. I was there.
I don't think I was there yet, so...
I was there. I was eating bread.
I think I was still in the airship with...
It was it that
Oh,
time where I,
no.
killed somebody that was
Bruh.
getting corrupted? That guy that made me depressed? Is it that
Roll
one?
with advantage then. Seems
All I
like you're
remember-
remembering something, but you
All I
can't
remember
keep...
was
Oh,
that the
wait.
older
Can't seem
brother.
to...
That wait, so is it that these
The older
people are
brother.
actually
Brother.
real people, but the remnant point seems to be corrupting actual people? Is it that one?
Sounds like your history check is
History check.
getting redacted.
Is what?
Your advantage to the history check is getting redacted. Roll a history check instead.
It's the redemption. No, I redact what I said.
No,
Go.
just roll a history check. Sek'na, you wanna try?
No, you said I roll an advantage, right?
No,
Yippee,
no.
fuck that shit. I'm out.
It's
You-
still the same.
You
Fuck
were
that
you
shit.
were you were close, but you were all right.
There we go.
Lumen, sudden clarity in your in your mind, Lumen. I'll remind you guys the details of what happened, but you remember, Lumen, that the crown prince, Graham Slate Talsi, was having some sort of strange magical powers, or and was contacted by these cultists, and he was promised
Oh right.
dark powers in order to become more powerful. And from what you remember from those husks, they were, yes, ordinary civilians. However, they were killed by things
Related to them. Yeah.
related to
From
them,
their profession.
perhaps something that they would wish for, but and they do look different. I will confirm that. And you also know that Nightbringers are involved in that mansion. And lastly, you remember one of them were chained up.
The
One of
bull.
the, yeah.
One that I killed.
Mm-hmm.
The very detailed bull, according to DM.
Very
I
detailed.
don't
Oh,
remember
yes.
anything. I need a
Yes,
history
you,
check for
you,
that one.
what do you mean? You
Okay,
literally just
continue.
described that his
Lumen,
thighs are
Lumen's just
gigantic.
like scratching his head as he's like thinking of all the things as Grayson's like mentioning some stuff, and then he's just like, I feel like I feel like there's so much going on in Dawn Republic, and like whatever is triggering all these
We
um
go back.
um I don't know, but is it the only lead we have, Bentley? Because right now, that's pretty much all I can think about. That a lot of those husks and all these rituals are being performed in Dawn Republic.
And maybe our connection there, Sir Cloud, might have some updates on the knowledge they had previously.
Yeah,
They were investigating the cases.
yeah. Cloud of
Um,
House Talsi was investigating this whole thing, so they might have had a breakthrough in this.
And I'd like to remind you, Grayson, I don't think you need a history check for this one, but your father is somewhat involved in this as well.
I mean,
Yeah, and I
So
can.
perhaps
Yeah.
the noble lords of Dawn Republic might all be in the know.
Yeah, like I can. Against what I would want to do, I could talk to some nobles.
It seems that all of you are already one step ahead in this investigation. It is something that we could do in the future. However,
um,
yes.
if you don't mind, uh, I just need to remind you guys that we are not in a good relationship with House
I
Talsi right
I
now.
I like Waveview. Word and news travel very quickly around Dawn Republic. By now, people have most likely forgotten about what happened. I assure you.
I
Lumen
hope
has
so.
Lumen has a sinking feeling that they haven't.
Everett does have that same feeling because we killed knights. But yes, Everett would just
I don't think you killed
head
anyone.
outside.
No, I think
Because
like Lumen is feeling the opposite. Uh, they haven't forgotten because we didn't kill the last night.
Oh
I
shit.
mean, yes, and
And
then
one of the knights,
one
rose
got
up.
Resurrected.
Rose up?
Yes,
But you
Yeah,
guys
he
don't know that.
rose.
You guys don't know that.
It's a
we don't know that
cutscene.
in
um
character. We
Yeah.
don't know that in character. But all
Yes.
Lumen knows is that we saved one knight and we let him go, the shield one.
The shield one. Yes.
Yeah, and he, he,
Warren.
yeah, Warren seems
Warren.
very upset, even though we saved him. So
Of course, his pals are dead.
yeah,
And at the
I
very
mean, it's
least,
not our
I
fault. We tried
at
to
the very
save
least,
him. It's the
at the very
asshole one,
least,
the summoner.
like like without the combo accent, at the very least, I can get in there unscathed.
Well,
Hmm.
Hmm.
either way, um, perhaps like he looks over to Bentley again. Maybe Black Compass has some, contacts or like people that's already working on or like investigating Dawn Republic.
To tell the truth, I am not sure if we could dispatch all of you to these missions so immediately. All of you are still very relatively new to the Black Compass. Not all are, some inner sanctum members of the Black Compass don't even work on investigating these personally.
Hmm.
Some are
Isn't that a bit
more treasure hunters or people that specialize in closing remnant points. These
Treasure
things
hunters.
are not. These kinds of investigations require significant amounts of power. And negotiation may be one of my skills, but as you know, I could be very abrasive.
Sir, we're running out of time. Who knows what the next big thing might happen in Dawn Republic?
Well, my point earlier is that Dawn Republic isn't the only nation that is affected by forbidden knowledge and things like that. All nations suffer from the same threat. The world of anima is in crisis. He gestures to Tero. The Middlelanders seems to be given an order by Stein to purge the world of all life. Well, to purge all people that has the intelligence to continue seeking forbidden knowledge and spill blood. The people of the Frozen Expanse have entered a golden age of revolutionary technology that could pose a threat to the laws of nature, including the creation of protogens, which were mysteriously lost their ability to increase their lifespan. That is the word that I'm looking for. To increase their lifespan. Perhaps there is already forbidden knowledge in the Frozen Expanse. We do not need to talk about Rordado and their methods to keep knowledge. And as for Dawn Republic, it's quite obviously put out. All nations suffer from this illness, this curse. Each of them fighting their own battles in their own ways.
No question.
Yes.
Did this all really happen just because the White Shepherd died? Is this really the root cause of all this?
We do not know. We have multiple theories regarding the existence of the void. But I should explain the laws of nature to you first. As I mentioned, it is the cycle of life and death. To live, survive, thrive, then die. Anything more would result in breaking the laws of nature. From what we can observe, however, the presence of magic has disturbed this law. We have a few theories regarding this, and this one I'll share the name of each theory because it's quite long, each one, so bear with me. The first theory is the original point or the original sin theory. It is the easiest explanation, but perhaps the least plausible one as well. The theory suggests that there were animals. Actually, do you guys want me to read it in a normal voice so it's easier to understand?
Yeah,
Okay.
normal voice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
things.
There were animals before who lived normal lives until they came in contact with the original remnant point. As far as we know, these remnant points don't belong in anima and contain high amounts of magic. Perhaps the first animals that made contact were able to tap into the magic and gave birth to it in anima. They had children, and their children had children, and came with the first generation of magic users in anima. This altered the evolutionary processes of animals, and perhaps a branch of these children became the void-like entity, or even perhaps the source of the very first remnant point wants their magic back. This is further supported by the very fact that countless civilizations have already risen and fell in anima in different periods of time. Strange animal-made crystals in the Frozen Expanse that sparked use to create the protogens is an example. The ruined pyramids of the empty domain, and the countless ancient castles that lay deep within the earth. All seemingly ruined by cataclysms similar to the one the world experienced 500 years ago. It is as if all of these civilizations were punished by some higher entity through extreme natural disasters, preventing them to be able to reach a certain point of magical advancement. The investigation for this theory is led by Streamcast, and he would go to the farthest edges and deepest points in anima to try and uncover even a hint or fragment of knowledge of the first bearers of magic. So all good?
Okay.
Check.
Yep.
The second
Uh-huh.
theory is the firmament paradox, not the Fermi paradox, that's different. The firmament paradox. It suggests that magic always existed in anima. However, there are greater forces at play that are beyond the world's comprehension. The problem with the origin point or the original sin theory is that it doesn't explain why there are natural laws. Who created them? Why do we follow them? Obviously, magic was involved in upholding to every single living being in anima. So, is the world stuck in a limbo? Are we all in a demi-space trying to break out? Is anima one large remnant point? A hoax? Is the sky fake? What is beyond this world if that is the case? We don't know. But this is something Dark Nine is directly investigating. His understanding of the world far exceeds what any of us know. And his ability to travel within and out of the other world is one of his key abilities. Dark Nine wants everyone to focus here on anima and leave that investigation to himself. All good? Alright. The third theory is the void expansion or void evolution theory. Perhaps it wasn't the fault of some animal or law of nature, and the void is simply a kind of primal that is attracted to life itself and wants to end it. However, since it reacts to animal learning forbidden knowledge, then they might be more intelligent than we initially thought. Perhaps they started off as carnivores that became twisted and sought destruction rather than predation. When animals evolved, so did they, but they retained their primal nature, what we so call the true nature. This theory is mostly speculative, and there aren't really any strong facts to back this up, other than what we know and understand of the void creatures as of now. That is why Madame Megan Maelstrom is personally involved in working on this theory. Her extensive understanding of animal nature and primal behavior could be the key to fully understanding the void's actual intelligence level and motives. All good?
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys confused? Lost?
Curious.
No, just shotgun.
What do you call this? In character confused, out of character. I'm good.
Alright. Actually, I should
Out
send
of character,
the
who's
four
else?
theories. Even the main cast might be confused. Like the original party.
Oh yes.
One is male.
Helmet
Mel's
mentioned.
is the lady. It's the girl.
The fourth theory is the comet anomaly theory. This is the most disturbing theory so far. Some people believe that Comet holds all the answers already and letting this all play out naturally. As the god of knowledge and magic, someone able to see through the multiverse and different timelines and realities. He is incredibly overpowered compared to the other gods. And to think about it, The problem with all of the other theories is that it can never really explain the existence of magic, only assumes that it already exists. Um, if magic never existed, how can anyone attain immortality to break the laws of nature? As the law of nature itself, philosophically, can exist without magic. So if anima indeed always possessed magic, then it should be part of its nature. We should not be punished if we practice and evolve using it. Out of all the calamities and hidden mysteries in anima, Comet was never involved in most of it. If anyone can explain this, it would be him. But he does not. So far, nobody can. Perhaps he is the source of all this and the ultimate creator of the world of anima, and all of us are merely a simulation or things for him to play with.
I love that theory.
Out
Are we
of
reacting to this
character.
series in
Well,
character?
you're just biased.
I can react it.
Yeah, Lumen goes over to Kairos. What's a comet?
It's the god of Rordado, the god of knowledge. Well, I have to admit, it's not like I'm biased or something, but your comet anomaly theory really connects the dot for me. I mean, the permanent paradox seemingly puts the anima as like a simulation or something like that, and the void. I guess my theory for this that comet actually created two beings, the the animals, which is us, and the others are the void. Then he tries to play along with it, like he's using those voids to keep us intact in our place. I
Lumen is
don't
Hmm.
get
still
the origin.
scratching his head. He is not understanding anything.
Shouldn't that theory suggest that Comet knows everything, and by knowing everything, it poses a greater risk to share that knowledge, as the same rule applies in forbidden knowledge? That
Mm-hmm.
explains the silence.
Is it possible for all of these to be real?
It
Hmm.
could be. It's all
Well,
a theory.
theories are theories. There isn't just enough proof to prove them. So, uh, I mean, as far as I can say, I'd say all of these are true in a certain way. Not all of it. I mean, not all of each theory, but parts of it probably. But we can never know until we find the real proof. So it's probably best not to dwell within this within these theories.
I think that the best course of action is for us to do our own investigation. Let's just see what we'll be able to find out, and we'll decide from there. Considering that all of these supernatural events have been happening to us, I think it's just a matter of time until we find out the truth. You know?
I
Very much.
certainly agree. But I'm quite curious once again. Sir Bentley, do you have people who actually experiment on this husk or study this husk? Like they capture and analyze them, like a
Yeah.
animal analyzing a primal.
Have you managed to capture one?
Hmm? Maybe
That is
like
not my expertise, nor do I have that information already. It is something that is considerable, that could be useful, but from what we observe in our expeditions with them before, they seem to be seemingly husks of death. They have bodies that we can destroy. Their magic is something we do not understand. What we know of these creatures are they can corrupt. They can twist your mind. They can warp your body.
Uh, um, sir, I'm sorry if I'm outing you, Everett, but what about you? You did get infected, or like out of character? I don't. That thing, that bio feature, or you turn into a skull. That thing. That's what Kairos is referring.
Like Lumen like actually like looks onto that and said, Everett, didn't you, you know, turn into one of those things? Were you actually conscious the whole time?
Uh, uh, um, um,
Uh, only thing I could remember is standing up. After that, it's all just became a blur.
Like, is that something you can like just do?
Like I said before, still not sure about the limitations and the extent of of whatever power I hold. So I could say everything that happened is still new to me. So
You all
I would.
notice Bentley is very very quiet.
yes,
Yes.
Everett. Actually, Everett already had suspicions about what Bentley might be thinking, and since he asked him earlier, not earlier, but last week earlier. But yes,
Hey, I'm actually curious about something. These powers that we've been getting at desperate situations, are they connected to all this?
As I mentioned
Come
yes.
again?
before, perhaps all of you are gifted. Perhaps all of you. Perhaps this is what Dark Nine saw in each and every one of you. You have potential. You have the. I've seen this. You are able to force yourselves beyond your physical limits. Things that could potentially lead to forbidden knowledge. I myself can tap into incredible strength. Sorry.
So,
And that could pose a threat to the void. You become targets.
so we've been using forbidden magic all this time without realizing it.
I suppose so.
Uh, oh, I understand.
I guess we've been stuck in this grease trap ever since we even knew about it, y'all. These powers that we've been using, we've been a target since the beginning. There's no
But if
getting out of it.
us target those who hold forbidden knowledge, and you say that some might even infect others, is it safe to assume that husks are but only those who went too far in pursuit of something? Former animals.
Perhaps. Could be. We know that power can corrupt, not in the sense of void, but like in the manner of speech and from experience as well. A king can be a tyrant. A rogue can be vengeful. That is the nature of animals. We are greedy. We have tendencies, negative attributes, and can be put to the extreme. We all have darkness within us.
Alright.
Is it just me or internet
I
is like
just
really bad?
have one more. question. I'm sorry if this is a lot of questions already. Sir, is it possible to replace the gods that have passed away?
Again, come again.
Is it
I think
possible to replace
think
the gods that have
Discord
passed away
Discord is like
to
acting up.
restore the balance?
Of
From
course, of
there,
course.
there
Uh-huh.
might as
For
well.
me,
Yeah,
No, no, no.
wait, let me
No, no, no. Not Gizmo. I
Kuko's
think
end.
it's happening to most of us.
I think it's a Discord
Kuko's
issue.
end is. I think mostly Kuko's end. Yes.
So how's it looking now?
It's still sound edible.
No, I
It's really
understand.
edible.
Is it clear for you guys? It's like 100%.
I'm clear. I can hear you
I
guys
can
clearly.
understand
Yeah, I
him
can
just
hear you.
fine.
Okay, it might be
Yes.
just me then. If that's the case, I heard your question.
Okay.
An
Can someone
interesting-
replace the gods to restore the balance?
No, quite the opposite from what we understand. If there are immortals, if there is a high presence of magic, held by a single creature, the void seemingly becomes stronger.
Doesn't that postulate the idea that the reason the voids we are in this mess in the first place because of the gods?
Indeed, and that is why Dark Nine is waging war against them.
I see. If it's
Wait,
all
then-
about the natural order of things, and if the gods have been living for a very long time,
Then, if we're waging war against the gods, then what are the Nightbringers trying to do?
Break down Dawn Republic. Cast upon darkness that will remove, I would assume, the divine magic that is infused within the lands from White Shepherd's blessing, I suppose, or corpse.
Wait, doesn't that mean they're also fighting the god then?
That is why I said that it is. We have similar goals, but their approach is much more extreme.
But the two ideas that both of us are postulating are either we kill the gods or we cut ties with the gods. That's terrifying.
Indeed. And it seems that
Oh.
the forbidden knowledge is what upholds, if the laws of nature is what holds what holds anima together, perhaps that is the reason why White Shepherd took her own life, to prevent further gods to succeed, or prevent her magic be siphoned, or to slow down the void. She
Have-
blessed her land so that they may enter a golden age, which they prospered, and they are a powerful nation. Perhaps it is a way for her to enlighten or protect her people, become powerful, to allow them to thrive and prepare themselves for whatever is to come.
Just a thought came to my mind. It seems like no matter what the theory is, we're just running around in circles, and it got me thinking. What if the natural laws really did just exist all this time? But it's not that anybody made them. It's just that it happened by pure coincidence. Think about it. If the world as we knew had to get created, laws had to keep it intact. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the laws had to be created by someone or anyone. It could be purely coincidental that it all just worked out in the end, when everything that we know was made.
Yes, I believe that is the basis for the void expansion or evolution theory. That magic had already always existed, and We just interpret the presence of the void as true nature, the upholders of the cycle of life and death.
Which would mean that they all work hand in hand, don't they? And they're all connected.
Perhaps, but as of now, we cannot fully say that is the case.
Although in like other character in Grayson said that would make the most sense to me.
Hmm.
Because I'm a commentator. Just kidding.
Uh, Out of character. If out of character. Look
Out
at
of
this.
character.
Okay. The void expansion and evolution theory is created in anima, anima and that other theory, other world, the void world, or let's say that world. And then yeah, the firmament is a simulation. So what if? Oh my God, I sound. So what if this theory? They are both created in
I
separate
am
worlds.
hearing Lupus. I'm not hearing Kairos right now.
It's out of character,
I think
but
it's out
okay.
of
No,
character.
out of character. I don't think.
Okay, okay, okay.
Try to
I mean,
roleplay it.
but if you're gonna say that, Grayson, what if it's all part of Comet's plan, or um, I don't know if activities or his goals. I don't really know his goals, but if you take a look at it, maybe he created two separate worlds. And this world that we are living now is one of those, and we are following this void expansion and no, we're following this law of nature, and that nature is part is an evolution theory. And once we reach, or once we know about this forbidden knowledge, then we get hunted by this other world. The So I think it connects on my point. The permanent paradox, the void expansion, the comet's anomaly. But that's how I view it, though. Two separate worlds trying to keep intact with each other. Neither one is neither one is true good or true bad. But I guess their methods are a bit extreme, planning to kill us after all.
We're like the viruses, the glitches in the system, because we've learned about
Mm.
forbidden knowledge. They're trying to fix what's wrong with this world, and we are what's wrong with this world.
So, are we good guys?
Like Lumen's like looking at how everyone is looking very confused, and well, not everyone, at least Kairos and Grayson. And he's just like, Grayson, Kairos, come on, snap out of it. From the way I'm hearing things, it just sounds like all these gods have their own plans and thoughts of what they want to do to anima, but they don't really seem to care about what we want to do for some reason. And
It's
White Shepherd isn't around because she gone off and offed herself.
yeah. View it
So
like a
we-
chess.
It just sounds to me that a lot of the gods don't seem to cooperate well with one another, and they are just doing their own different kind of things, and it's just kind of a mess.
It's not wrong. The lives of mortals are just specks of dust in the lives of gods now, aren't they? Aren't we?
I
And then
agree.
Lumen just would want to say the dumbest thing, which is maybe gods are just people too.
People,
Not-
do you think?
Not wrong.
Peop- Yeah.
Gods
I
create
guess.
us, and we create art. We're not that different. We're not that different, aren't we?
And that is why I deeply admire Streamcast and in Dark Nine. We do not need to possess the power of gods to make a change. To change this world. To uncover its secrets. But I will say there is a price to be paid. We could have had simple, blissful lives. These events could happen 100 years from now, maybe more. Maybe we could have not be affected by all of this.
So, boss, what's our next plan of action now? Seems like we have too many things that we need to do, but we're just one
Little
team.
time.
Well, then, he like puts both of his hands on his back. Well, like lower back, not the laid back pose. All of you will cease to perform any dangerous missions relating to the inner sanctum. Missions as of now, all of you will undergo strict training. 1 year.
Time skip, lol.
Or are we gonna have a training arc?
Time skip, lol.
You must be prepared. You must be strong enough to handle these missions moving forward. I appreciate and see your resolves, but you're not ready to jump in Dawn Republic's religious affairs or go to the other world unsupervised. And as he glances over Kes'na, to close your own remnant points. The original intention was to put you under my command for that, a year or two. Train you, discipline you. But it seems the world has different objectives. We don't know.
Fallen under new management?
What?
Are we falling under new management?
No. Unless Dreamcast says so. Perhaps you will be exposed to the different Inner Sanctum members. I am ranked 6th of the group. I might redact
Dark
that,
Nine is.
but
I guess Dark Nine is number 1.
no, he's number 9.
It's
Funnily enough.
the ranking
What's his hat?
the ranking is in order of numbers divisible by 9.
Oh my god.
Huh?
So numbers divisible by 9. So 9 is equal to 1. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
It was his hat, Mr. Krabs. He was number
is
1.
this?
So since you guys are, the 18th, one of you guys is the 18th member. So divisible by 9 is, if one of you guys is 18, then you guys are ranked number 2. One of you.
Okay, so the goal is to that's
Divisible by 9. Imagine
Crazy.
I don't know what the next move is.
So does this mean we're gonna have to go back to Black Compass for now?
Yes. We will return to base now that you are all briefed. We will need to continue contributing to the Black Compass, and as of now, you are under my supervision for your training. If additional missions come in from Streamcast or Dark Nine himself, then obviously we will continue. But comparably, all of you are incredibly weak. It's my responsibility to put you to shape and prepare for what's to come. That is all, unless you have further questions.
I raise my hand up like nothing. And then I look at everyone else.
Yes, Grayson.
What's gonna happen to Kes'na?
He is actually supposed to be under my custody. Now that Dark Nine, well, I'm not sure if he will get him back. We will need to hear from him when he wakes up, but he is supposed to be under my supervision as well. One of you. So we will speak to him as soon as he wakes up. You may also ask Alfred and Tero if you have any questions with what they know, especially regarding the Middlelands.
Maybe Alfred knows about the Ethereal Primes. Quite interesting. To learn their perspective.
I guess I would like to know, compared to what has been happening recently, has any of these supernatural events, how has any of these how has these supernatural events been affecting the Middlelands and the Tier Prime specifically?
If I may, I'm going to change Tero's accent moving forward. Okay?
Okay.
Alright.
Wee wee.
No. Um. Wait. Actually, I didn't practice this, but I love doing this voice last campaign, so I hope I can still remember.
Oh god.
Uh. The Wind Elm of Skyrim. This
Oh my god, I knew it. No.
As I believe I had mentioned before that the Middlelands are in a state of war against each other. It is our prophecy that we shall bring the red tide to the rest of the world to prepare for the coming of Stein. It is us for the Crimson Shamans to especially guide all of our the normal shamans to the correct path. We do not vouch for any particular group, only that they need to be strong. These void creatures don't necessarily attack us directly. They often hunt the Crimson Shamans down first. Since we are all,
So-
knowledgeable of the forbidden knowledge.
See, that makes sense now.
That is the greater war that I'm alluding to before. I did try to tell you, but it's rather difficult to explain.
Understand, at least it's rather hard to explain to people who aren't privy to forbidden knowledge, especially at that time. As for the Ethereal Primes, how else is it affected here? Has it been this extreme where these portals came out?
I've run out of accents already.
Oh no.
Or nor.
Go Mr. R. Do it.
Give him a British accent.
I could try. As for the Middlelands, we are not quite actually. Oh, sorry. Ethereal Primes. My apologies. We suffered attacks in not necessarily in numbers, but the druids are also aware of the disturbances in nature. They hunt us down as well, the druids. We fight a similar war against them, similar to the Crimson Shamans. But the druids, we know the reason why the ethereal prime saw a target. It's because, my apologies, Sek'na, but elemental magic and fusion are is not part of nature. It is a manipulation of flora and fauna. Elemental magic that had been infused with flowers, plants, and trees and people is not a natural thing.
See.
Therefore, elevating a normal creature's magical abilities, and the more power that you accrue, the more susceptible you are to the void.
I guess this is where all the other theories come in. You say that yet it is in our nature to adapt, and anima for the longest time has adapted to many things. And flora and fauna adapting these elements, utilizing it for their own self-preservation. I believe it is only natural. But if this is the case, I guess this is one more motive for us to continue our investigation.
And Sek'na, you've been involved in the conversation the entire time. Well, not speaking, but like listening. You look at Kes'na and he's awake. Like he's been listening throughout the entire conversation. But it's like, looking away.
So Pero and Alfred.
You're gonna make me
You
do
guys-
their accents at the same time.
No, you don't have to. But so are
Alternate
they like
between them.
okay, out of character? Dun, so out of are they like part of the Black Compass, or they just know forbidden knowledge, and
It
they
seems-
are being hunted?
It seems like Bentley has provided them information. Bentley is
okay.
openly sharing details about Black Compass to them.
Okay, so they're not part, but just they knew. They know. Okay, that's it
Oh.
for me. Mm.
That would be
I think that's
crazy
everything.
convenient if they are members of the Black Compass.
Surprisingly,
yeah.
they are sleeper agents.
Damn, and Dark
Alright.
Nine killed us for telling.
Nom 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 nom.
Not in this timeline.
Not in this
Out,
time.
out of character.
Numbers.
Out of character.
Divided by 2.
Okay,
Divided by 9.
Yeah,
What?
there's 3.2.
Okay, so does anyone else have questions, or are we ending the dialogue there?
Wait. Mm. Let me just check my notes and stuff. Okay. None.
Yeah.
Next time, none. Yeah, there's none.
Yeah, I don't think we have a question anymore. Yeah, so
I don't think this is the right place for us to have a conversation. Me and my
yeah.
brother.
So I guess that's everything, boss. I guess we're gonna have to go back now, huh?
Not quite. Right now, we can stay here for a little longer until Kes'na feels better. If you are ready, just let me know.
Thank you.
If you wish to explore ethereal primes, that is open as well. You do not need to leave right away.
Alright. You know what? I realized that we didn't really explore the Theodore Primes in a while. I turned like Sek'na. Would you mind showing us your like favorite places around here? If there are any? Or just show us around?
We never even got to sample the local delicacies.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Perhaps
Oh no.
some secluded place. Hmm,
Oh,
it's most definitely been a while. Perhaps we can visit some local cities while remaining discreet. Not that anyone will recognize us in this form. As I glanced to Kes'na, pertaining our separation.
And he looks at you, like again, with his eyes of mm, almost unsure, not as ashamed as the first time, but like almost unsure, like how, you know, like checking if you're angry at him, maybe things like that. But he just looks away.
And then, yeah, then Sek'na breaks off eye contact with Yeska. You know what? Perhaps that is a good idea. We should leave my brother here to rest for a while. Fine.
all right then.
Let me show you my lands.
Alfred just points out, I believe there is a small village nearby. They have springs
Hey.
and a small hiking trail to a waterfall as well. However, and then he like goes to look up what I can describe as some sort of calendar. Um, the water would be very cold this time of year. If that is what you like, then you know, feel free.
I look over to Kairos. Kairos, what does he mean by spring? Is it those things?
It means a time where flowers mostly bloom a lot. It's nice.
It
I
is a
think.
small kind of river. Wait, is that a spring?
Yeah.
No, not river.
I like,
A narrow river.
oh, you meant like a tiny river kind of spring, not the season spring.
No,
Ah,
it is currently whatever autumn is in anime. Vivedus
sorry.
or whatever.
Kinda interested time and yeah. Keres just goes back down and skull. Salt. Hmm. Very
let's
well
have our
then.
little, have our own adventure.
And yeah,
Cue the
Sek'na-
montage. Cue the
Sek'na-
montage.
I mean,
Da-na-na-na-na.
alright.
Oh no.
If that's the case, then yeah. But just so you know, Bentley will turn off communications as the compass, he believes, is no longer needed. So no
Except with
telepathic
Kairos.
communications for now. And yeah, he pretty much dismisses all of you. He seems to go over his desk. He's having a chat with Tero and like Alfred on the side, asking about Midlands and things like that. And he basically gives you guys permission to go wherever you want.
Ah yes.
Let's do some
Wonderful.
exploring. Although it's a shame that Marsh couldn't join us so soon.
I
Yeah.
take out the seed. I take out the seed and like maybe he can feel these things. I mean, he's not speaking, but maybe he's just watching. You know?
I check my compass. Is Marsh emitting some sort of element? Does he react in certain questions?
No. He doesn't even
Oh.
radiate any element.
I keep the information to myself and then go.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Sure.
Insecta's head. Insecta's head. Grace is gonna be so fucking depressed.
Allow me to try to and can I use my compass DM to see if there is a possibility that Marsh is okay and Noah and feeling okay.
It
Why you
doesn't
only
tell
think out
you
your
what the
compass?
future
And of course,
is.
that is
The compass isn't like a
Again?
time viewer.
I'm observer.
Doesn't show you anything. Anyway.
compass, not a magic mirror.
What if the compass is the what? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Wait, Kairos. Kairos just goes, aren't you guys afraid that sooner or later we'll be like March?
I
I think
think
I shouldn't overthink, but it's quite
Um,
daunting.
what Bentley said about forbidden knowledge and curses, so yes, but makes it crazy. He said there's a possibility that there isn't. It won't, but
Are
from
you
what I
afraid?
see with from what I see with Marsh, I'm not sure he's holding only a single knowledge of. I mean, single forbidden knowledge. I think he has a lot of them. I mean, just according to observation.
Yeah, he's
well,
quite observant.
I like to
And
think that. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
And what is it? What is there to be afraid to become someone like Marsh? He's a sweet boy. If ever he did
Ah,
possess forbidden knowledge, he has done nothing but use it in our favor. His curiosity, his knowledge, his creativeness, his gifts. And then me and Sek'na caresses his like armband. What was that like? Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
yeah, you have a valid point. Then Kairos just looks at the gun.
I like also like
Everett,
speak up like
Everett looks at his book.
No!
Jimmy,
No, no,
what doing?
I like
no,
You guys are
no, no,
you guys are looking at what Marsh gives you guys.
I look at Everett's arm. Marsh
For
gave
Everett,
me-
he knows it inside his heart.
Marsh gave me
Aww.
this.
I
But
also speak up and like maybe in a way Marsh was asking for our help back there. From what I can like to believe is that Marsh really couldn't control himself at that moment, and if we don't understand forbidden magic, then how are we gonna be able to understand what Marsh is going through? Marsh experienced all of these memories and knowledge all at once during that fight. If we learn to understand him little by little, I'd like to believe we're not gonna go as crazy as he did, and even better, whatever he's going through, maybe we can help him. You know, it's the first step to being able to help Marsh, however way we need to help him. Isn't that
Yeah.
what butlers do?
Some of them, but no, come on. You know that Kairos isn't a normal.
Guys, be like, must be.
I'm trying to be sweet, fucker.
Fucking useless butler in the world.
Hey.
Doesn't even clean shit.
Bring out the-
As you guys are
Eh.
leaving, I think all of you are leaving. Are
Yeah.
you Lumen? Are you joining?
Yeah.
Okay. As
I'm
you guys
waiting
are
for
leaving, you hear this. Like Bentley calls out for Everett. Everett, we will have a discussion regarding your symptoms. Perhaps unrelated, perhaps coincidences. But we will have a discussion. And he says this, he's not even looking at Everett, he's just, writing something on paper.
Yes. I would just say, sure. Once we get back, yeah.
Make an insight check.
For okay. Actually, for Everett, for Everett, he doesn't seem to be surprised or anything about this. So,
Just do it.
insight check. Yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Give me a second. Just looking for. Yeah, there we go. I am dumb.
Not surprised, but definitely not.
I'm not why.
Very good.
You're not sure if Bentley is playing it down or what, but
I guess.
you're not sure what his intentions are.
Yes. But out of speculations, according and you made me roll the again.
You can have your own
I have-
perspective in it, but if you notice, I still gave you something. It's just not concrete.
Yeah, it's just not concrete.
You can have your
I have
own
mine.
opinions, and it's better to share it to the rest
Yes.
of the class so that they have
Ah.
some context as to what Everett is thinking.
Okay. So what you call this? I mean, how should I say this? Oh my god, I lost my train of thoughts. But he seems to already know whatever is happening to Everett according to the symptoms and according to what happened during the combat, even though Everett doesn't remember most of it. So Everett already has some what you call this um speculations. Not actually not really a speculation. He kind of has the answer already. It's just that he's just trying to not deny it, just trying to find a more concrete evidence for it. I mean, back before he already had been called us by what you call this, by that protogen, like you mentioned earlier. So yes, it's that.
I don't know how that
And
relates
Bentley-
to your insight check to
My insight check, but
Bentley.
no, it's just
Nothing.
Good observation, nonetheless.
no. For Bentley, it's just that
DM gives that a thumbs up.
yeah, it's just a thumbs up.
Kairos then goes like, continue if you have something to say. Sorry.
What?
Huh?
You just
Don't-
you interrupted him just to say you're sorry for interrupting him.
You know,
God.
you know
You've
what would be
been-
great? Let's go. Let's go. Village is over there. Come on, everyone. Let's
Let's just
go.
to the village.
Be a little
Going
be a little
on.
mindful of that, Kairos. You seem to do that quite often recently.
Yeah.
And it's alright to butt in, man. Come on. For the whole try.
Butt
It's role play. It's what you call this? We're speaking to each other. It's alright to butt in.
Anyways, you guys head on over to the nearby village. And you know, the walk is about 10 to 15 minutes in the woods, and you know, from everything you guys have experienced, it's a refreshing change of pace, and it actually gives you guys, you know, a little bit of fond memories as well, despite you all not being from here. The first time all of you had met was from a very dangerous situation where you find yourselves in a forest, and after, you know, being attacked in the carriage, you guys took a long hike or trek in the middle of the woods in the middle of the night while it's raining, and you know, you get the feeling that you've journeyed for so long with each other. I think more than a year now. I think, and upon arriving to the village, you see, I think I designed like ethereal primes to be more elven-like, and you know, there are like really sharp, tall houses, mostly made out of leaves. You barely see anything made out of metal in the village. You see elemental lanterns, like elemental lights. Well, that's the same. Like elementally infused, like daily
Devices.
equipment or device, like a frying pan that has like a fire gem underneath. You see people walking around. It's a relatively small village, maybe like 50 or 60 people or so. A few houses. You see a small like water wheel that's like has this like ice rune that keeps it going or whatever. You know, it's just everything is elementally infused and like part of their everyday life. And you know, people greet you. They look at Sek'na. Sek'na, can you make me a flat charisma check? Just your charisma. The ability score.
Can imagine the people. Oh yo! Oh yo!
Oh, what travelers enters our village? It is quite rare. Hello, welcome. What brings you all here?
Salutations. We heard of a nearby spring in your village. We were just passing by.
Are you all adventurers? You seem to look like. And then looks at Everett. Oh, yes. Must be adventurers. Yes, we do have springs nearby. It is quite cold though. Are you sure? That you wish to bathe there? It's a deer, by the way, with very, very large horns. Well, do female deers have horns?
No.
Oh,
Then it's a very
Unless it's-
feminine male deer then.
Okay.
Okay.
With very
It's
tall
like
horns.
25
You'll
in
wonder how they wear a shirt. Oh yes, our very cold spring this time of year. Are you sure you want to take a bath there? I mean,
It is known that having cold baths helps with boosting in healing. Some of us just recently encountered violent primals.
oh, out in the woods. They're not close to the village, are they? Should we call for the druids?
No. That was quite a while ago. Very distant.
Looks
they've been
at
dealt-
Everett's look like freshly cut arm.
Oh,
I see. Anyways, you look really familiar. Like, have you been in this village before?
No, I have not.
Hmm.
I get that a lot.
Oh, I don't know. I think me and my husband saw you from. That doesn't. No, your hair's too long. It's like she said. I don't know. Well, if you do you wish to have something to eat, we have food, drinks. We rarely get visitors, so any outside stories that you might be able to share would surely enlighten us. You also seem to be, you personally seem to be from around here. Looking at your scales and hair and appearance.
Perhaps when we come back, yes.
Ah.
Your company will be much appreciated.
Like you see Sek'na like kind of yes, very polite, but still like not in the mood just yet to interact with the folks. She wants to like, take a solemn bath, think about things.
Well, of course, I will have my husband look into interesting recipes in his book. It's like as to what famous food we may serve.
Yes, yes, dear. Would you mind telling us
my
the
God.
names of his food and their ingredients?
Yes, hi.
Here we go.
Foods you
They're all
eat
gonna have elements in the
They're like-
verse.
forest.
They have the ethereal turnips,
Dishes.
and I'm like,
The blazing
you
hot
know,
wings. I just kidding.
okay, you know what? I'll also talk to them like, you know what, good sir, why don't we rest our weary bodies first from our travel by, resting by the river. once we feel like we have an appetite or anything of the sort, we will be more than happy to take you up on your offer of dining with you on this fine day, considering that you do get visitors fairly rarely. We would love to entertain some of the folks and indulge in some of the adventures that we have had in our past.
Oh.
Apologies for our companion. They're just a little weary from all of the adventure we've been doing.
Oh, my apologies then. Then, yes, of course. The spring. You say that you wish to entertain, the village. Should I? My husband actually owns the local tavern, so I could have people round everyone up.
Well,
Uh, uh, uh,
if you believe it is a opportunity for a momentous occasion, then why would we ever want to spoil your fun?
No, we're just incredibly bored.
I suppose then a welcoming party would be quite fanciful. Although we must admit we will not be staying long. We would appreciate the hospitality either way.
Of course, of course. And is there any particular dish that you would like to see?
he's bringing he's bringing him back to us.
Help me. Help me.
Well, from the very few things I heard about the ethereal planes, I heard that considering the recipes that we have, considering the rich ingredients that you have on your bountiful land, I would be plenty excited to taste your. Walang lang ang putik. Yung chop suey nyo ang putik.
Chop suey.
Chop suey nyo ang putik.
Oh
Kulay
my
na iisip
God.
ko kasi ethereal lang sa your ethereal chop suey.
Chop
Stop
suey.
in public. Chop suey.
Chop suey, yes.
Hong Kong.
Some chop suey, some peanut bait, and all that.
Okay.
Kill me now, please kill me.
Skewers.
Ah, yes.
Skewers.
When in doubt, skewers.
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 Anyways.
And how about a Cobb salad?
I go over to and I'll take the moon lotus soup with the dragon's breath bow and the cloud egg drop soup as well as the jade dumplings.
Can someone write that down?
I'll have some seasoned salad.
Oh, I like that. Season
yeah.
season salad.
Yes.
Oh yeah, one of the
And you
merchants
also have-
basically brought some food from Ethereal Prime before, and they were really tasty. He called it Earth, Wind, and Fire combo.
Oh.
I'm kind of curious. Do you have a juice called Four Seasons?
No.
I'm also curious. Do you guys have? I'm also
very
curious, do
Are
you
willing
guys-
to buy this butler off of us?
I believe we have tangina mo. Would you like that one?
It's-
Orange flavored.
I mean, it's Tang.
And would you also happen to have this very famous dish that my father always told me? I think they call it spring rolls or lumpia.
Pia?
Oh no, it's autumn bounties now. It's already autumn.
No, you have some autumn rolls.
Go,
You look like
go to the
normal.
spring, please. Or should we call it fall now?
All rolls.
Oh my gosh! All right, go, run away. Run away from these people.
That's crazy.
And yeah, as you head on over to the springs. Oh, Miko is here. I did not even realize.
I
You were so,
did
you were
mention
silent as a
earlier.
grave.
Yeah,
said
go rest
earlier,
in a spring with
DM.
the.
Are you still
In
in commute?
No, it's okay. I'm at home.
Oh, okay, good. You sound like you're still in commute. I heard that.
Oh, that's probably the
Oh my
There's a-
goodness.
either the highway. Oh my god.
No, it's
or
a
my electric fan.
It's a rat!
The Mo.
okay.
Is that a highway or a cat fight? Hello?
The cat. Hang on, let me keep going. I'm
Make
trying
us-
to
Alright.
deal with it.
Alright, we head to the
So,
spring.
You head to the spring, and it's very secluded. Very there's like naturally open, like small, like pools of water that you guys can go to, and you see these crystals forming in nearby rocks. The water is so cold that it's radiating some natural elemental energy, which makes the water absurdly cold, like nearly freezing point. Is this something that you guys happy to to swim around in?
Oh, actually, I said that.
Mm.
Sek'na, is this normal for the sprays in this place?
And it's not even winter, Sek'na.
Oh,
Or is this some kind of elemental mumbo jumbo that's exclusively peculiar these times?
perhaps it is intended this way.
And then, like, Sek'na immediately jumps in a cannonball.
Oh my god.
And yeah,
Wow.
splashes you.
Oh, I tried to dodge out of the way.
Impossible.
I believe
Evasive
there-
feature.
I believe there is a sign on the wall, right? That says
No
rule number
diving.
1. No diving.
And you even see some like primals like looking over the spring, and like they notice that there are animals here now, and they just look at you, and then like those wide-eyed stares, and then skips away from the clearing. Yeah.
Okay.
Enjoy yourselves.
You know what? This is a once in a lifetime
Um,
opportunity, so I like move to the side and then put my stuff in one side and slowly undress myself before I go and take a bath. Because Sek'na didn't specify that they were undressing, so I just assumed they went in with all their clothes on.
Same
Yeah.
here.
My very few clothes.
I mean, Sek'na doesn't really wear much anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, Sek'na's a snake, so they're cold blooded, so I think they're fine.
Yeah. Kairos.
Oh.
Kairos. Kairos. Kairos.
What's
tries to,
happening with you? Are you dying?
Like... Sorry, my throat hurts. So
At least shoot yourself.
no. Okay, so
Calm down, everyone. Alright.
So Kairos then slowly undressed and folds his clothes near Grayson's clothing stool, and
Mine is also.
he tries.
Are you naked or are you wearing undergarments?
Great question. With undergarment. No. So, naked, but you see his tail is covering his sheet.
I
Are
am.
you still wearing your shoes?
No, come on.
I am.
You didn't forget that, huh? Yeah.
Grayson is. Yeah, Grayson is naked, but he's covering his sheath with a towel. You know how like if you go to like a hot spring and then
you actually don't need to cover anything. It's just like tuft of fur.
you know what? Yeah, it's like Grayson
It's
is
a
so
sheep,
hairy
man.
down there, like there's like fur on it covering it, and then
And
walks
then-
to the water.
For the people that that's not Sek'na, that jumps into the water or steps into the water, it's very, very cold, like extremely cold.
How many
And that's
degrees
it.
Celsius is this theoretically
One.
speaking?
One. Oh, so it's still good.
Ah, so
It's not good.
mag-ice
It's not
bath
negative.
challenge tayo.
It's not
So
negative
mag-ice
yet.
bath
It's not
challenge
negative.
And what if I shoot it with my gun using the fire element?
You evaporate.
Maybe you don't need to shoot the water. Maybe you need to shoot something else.
The crystal. I shoot the crystal with fire element.
you shoot the crystals, you hear like loud shattering noises. It does help. And then you look above stream where the water is coming from, and there's like 100 more of these crystals.
What's the matter, Grayson? Do you not like the cold?
Unlike you, we're not cold-blooded, so this might make me sick. What happened to the crystal that shattered? Did they like absorb the fire element or something?
Oh, that's interesting. No.
I was
Oh my
thinking,
God.
the crystal can absorb the fire element. They would be hot. I put the crystal in the water, and then it will be cold. Fuck
Se-
me, I
Oh my
guess.
God.
Sek'na, I'll tell you with your elemental attunement that if you do it, maybe, with a gentler force, not a shoot at it force.
Not a supersonic for. I mean,
I tap into my fire elemental prowess and like try to activate the gems on the fall. Yeah.
Sure.
Trying to warm them up.
It takes you
Altering
it takes you a couple of minutes, but since there's a lot of gems, you light them up one by one, and it does get a lot better. The water. Now Everett, Lumen are still watching this unfold, and for you, Grayson, the water does feel lukewarm.
bearable.
Lukewarm. And I'm like, alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. And then you know what? I take Kairos' hand and lead him to the water. You first.
The way Kairos enters the water is like those thing where they go slowly and put his toe first, and then he just jumps.
That's exactly why I'm holding your hand.
I think it's bearable now. I guess
And-
Lumen is very lucky that he got some thin fur rather than this.
And then I sink in this spring as well.
How about the others?
Are you guys just watching us bathe? Perverts.
Lumen is
Uh,
basically just he's already like putting off his like armor and everything, and he basically just he's kind of like doing a running start.
Please don't do a cannonball.
He jumps into the air,
Woo.
does a twirl, and lands with a splat.
Oh, great.
a splat, not a splash. Oh my God, he had face. I mean, he had full
Despite
body
that,
first.
echoes in the woods. This loud, splitting, piercing sound of fur hit slapping against like a water surface echoes throughout the woods. Some primal birds fly away due to the piercing noise, but yeah, Lumen slowly submerges into the water. You feel it very lukewarm and pleasant now compared to before.
You alright, Lumen?
Your face is red.
Sword.
Oh dear.
And then
Oh
it's like,
no. A for
and he
effort.
just like, oh right, I forgot to. And then he looks over to Kairos and Grayson. Can you guys pass me the towel? Because you can look at him and the gold around his eyes seems to be like kind of melting.
Oh,
As
yeah,
you
yeah.
wish. I then grab it immediately.
I wipe
then
it
give
off. I wipe it off, and then it's just like, yeah, his face is clear now. You don't even see the gold around his eyes that he usually has.
That was just like
What are those for?
I think my friend called it an eyeliner thing. It's makeup.
I never expressed. That is something that struck me as curious for someone that's so wanting to be so in tune with their Midlander kind of identity. I never expect you to be wearing makeup, honestly, Lumen.
Well, we don't. I don't kind of like want to get like those tattoo things because my friend said that it's well, not my friend, the old man back at the uh, Defender Shields. Said tattoos are like permanent and whatnot. So I just thought maybe like something like painting like this on my face would work kind of similar.
I see. And then I turn to the other two that are here. Fion, Everett, get your butts in here. You stink.
Oh,
Actually, yeah.
A nice bath is good for everyone. Flashes Kairos in the face.
Oh,
No. And then you just see Kairos just for like cover his eyes.
I cover
No,
Kairos'
it's-
eyes.
Do you want me to say that, Grayson, you see Everett already taking off his vest?
I keep on
He-
looking at you.
He does so with a bit of struggle with this due to his missing arm because
Need some
And,
help,
uh,
Everett?
Fion, would you mind helping our one-armed friend?
okay. And
Everett
I
rolls
go
his eyes and
towards
he just
Everett
looks over at Fion.
to help him. Yes?
I'll be fine. Come on, I'll
Are
be
you
fine.
sure?
Everett,
Yeah,
let
yeah.
Fion help. You're not used to having only one arm.
I mean, the vest is really easy to remove with only having
It
one
is easy
arm.
to remove. Yes. He just had some struggles. I didn't say he is struggling a lot.
The faster he
He's
can get
just
his
having
butt
some
inside the
struggles.
spring.
but yeah. Everett just he refuses for himself. But he just puts his vest over to the side, close to the others, and he looks over at Fion and say, "Well, should join us as well. I mean, no need to help me
Yeah.
anymore. I'll be fine."
Okay. I'll be undressing then. And you Fion takes off
Uh-huh.
most of his clothes off. And just sort of
The thing is,
walks.
like, everyone still sees this. If you're staring at Fion for
Yep,
some
everyone
reason,
is.
I am
there's
looking
this
at these two.
circular scar on her chest, his chest, sorry, with this ring of like golden white-ish like mark, and then also like some torn like scars like at the center, and then the mechanical compass that's like attached on Fion's chest.
Oh. History check? Do we know what that might be?
That is his compass.
I think we know.
Oh,
Yes.
all right.
Oh, you weren't there.
Yeah, you weren't.
Yes,
I'm
he has
sorry.
his compass on his body.
Okay.
While I'm walking towards the pool, I slowly come to a stop and will ask everyone, is it okay for this to be wet?
What if I told you I do have my compass in me right now? I'm just kidding.
Ew.
One could only
like-
suggest that it isn't that fragile. If it's
I
so
mean,
important.
it's a
The one
magical
pulls out.
object, so I'm pretty sure it'll be fine.
The
Yeah,
one
it's-
pulls out his compass from his mouth. I have it right here.
Actually,
Well,
we've been through a lot, and from what I see, it is that durable. So
Yeah.
I guess
I
it
think
is
it'll be fine.
waterproof.
I think it'll be
Okay.
fine. You need help getting in? I like offer a hand. Stands up and offers a hand.
I'm okay. And he walks away.
Fion, you're someone's bigger. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, what?
What?
I look
Just
over to Kairos. Hey,
I'm looking at
Kairos,
Everett.
wanna help brush my teeth?
How?
Butler doesn't know how to brush teeth. Oh my god.
I mean,
No,
there's no
I think
toothbrush
what
in
he's
here.
asking. Oh yeah, there we go.
I'm just looking at Everett while he's changing, while he's
Oh yeah,
undressing at least.
it's already undressed. He just took off his spells. That's all that he is wearing.
That's all he has.
So
He doesn't
you're
have
perpetually
Yes.
naked?
He's commando.
He is command. No. He's wearing trousers, but he has a vest. There's nothing underneath that vest. So, yep, that's it.
That's commando.
It's not commando.
You
Commando
don't have
is
underwear.
he has trousers.
yes under garments.
Ah.
Just kidding.
That's better.
Anyways,
But yes,
all of you, just take in the refreshing water, and naturally the ethereal primes are like even at nighttime it's naturally lit by various elemental lights, but mostly giving off like bluish purplish lights, especially in this time of year. And all of the crystals are now burning red. It gives off this bluish red radiant. As you guys are like relaxing, chatting with each other, things like that. Anything urgent that you guys want to talk about before I do something?
Is this the part where we compare dick sizes?
Yeah.
I
bro,
think Sek'na's
definitely
gonna lose.
Everett's longer. Everett's
No, Sek'na's
longer,
gonna
man.
win. No,
Sek'na's
Sek'na's
gonna
gonna win.
You seen my art?
What?
We were
Sek'na has
hiding
a
something.
yeah, Sek'na has the biggest one. Did you know?
Well,
What's this skate?
I don't think there's anything urgent then.
No, wait.
No, wait. a
wait.
minute.
During like the mood shifting, Sek'na will suddenly space out and like submerge underwater, like and then you see bubbles bursting out underneath the water.
1 second.
10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds,
Is Sek'na meditating or something down there?
40 seconds.
I mean, as Sek'na is underneath the water, are your eyes open or are you closing them?
I'm
I'm
closing
looking at-
them.
Okay.
If someone's looking, Sek'na is like, has a sad expression in her face, like trying to not think about something,
Mhm.
drowning all the thoughts.
Literally.
Then, yeah, for cinematically, Sek'na is just underneath the water, like the colors of red and the tinges of blue coming from the forest just gently illuminating her while she's submerged underwater. You just hear the sounds of gentle flowing water in your ears, and then some splashing about as Lumen does something to Kairos or whatever, and it's serene, it's peaceful. For everyone else, you all begin hearing like some footsteps, some bushes rustling, and at that point, eventually you will have to surface Sek'na. And
Yeah.
as you do, unless you wanted to say something while you're underneath the water,
I don't think I can speak on this one.
Ayaw,
talk to
ano
yourself.
I no, nothing much. If for like cinematic purposes, Sek'na is just like thinking of Kes'na being back, but like has this sinking feeling that he's not entirely back.
Yeah.
For good at least.
And as you literally drown away your thoughts in the world, eventually surface, and as you gasp for air, you wipe your face, you see as Kes'na on his trousers, still like injured. You see some bruises, some scars on him as he's like just standing awkwardly near the edge. Anyone else from the party like reacts to this as like you just see Kes'na walk up and just start taking off his shirt and then just looking at the water.
Oh, I noticed that. Like, oh hey, Kes'na, come join us. Looks like you're joining us.
It's glad that you're prioritizing yourself too. Come and join us now, if you want.
I think
His own commanding.
I'm going there instead. Then he just walks up further upstream. But Sek'na,
And then
you see
like
this.
I look at Sek'na Axel and then like you look parang yung gesture ni Sek'na parang go on Sek'na, go on. Your
Yeah,
brother's
same
over
here.
there.
And yeah, like after Kes'na walking away, Sek'na will voice out her concern.
I don't know if I can. I don't know what to say.
Like you don't need to. Just be there for him. Maybe he needs
Mhm.
his sister. Maybe he needs his sister right now, but he just doesn't realize it. You know, he looks really broken.
But what if he doesn't want me there? That's the reason he left in the first place.
He will tell you if he doesn't want you to be there.
Mhm. What
Doesn't-
if he wants? Okay, go ahead.
Isn't him not joining us here mean that he doesn't want anyone there?
Maybe he's just trying to be respectful towards you and not asking you to come with him. Maybe he thinks you're having fun here and doesn't want to bother you. After all, I'm sure he has his own grievances, considering he may feel like he betrayed you or something. Been apart for a while. I'm sure he has his own regrets and stuff that he's keeping, but maybe he wants to talk about with you. He's probably a little scared, you know?
I'm not good with dealing with quarrels like this. I rarely have them. Have you experienced something like this? With him? Your fiance?
Well, one thing's for sure. We won't know anything until you talk to him. That's why I'm trying to suggest that you go there, see if your company is welcome, and if it's not, then you could always just come back here to us. All that matters is that you're being thoughtful to your brother.
I see. Just go in.
Yeah.
Alright. We shall see.
And then yeah, just Sek'na steps out of the water slowly, walks up towards the direction of where Kes'na went.
And you follow him, and there's this small waterfall, and you see him hold up his hand, makes an entrance for himself, and then enters the waterfall.
Yeah, I follow ever so quietly.
You just hear this loud gushing of water as you get closer and closer, and as you do so, you're at the waterfall's edge at the screen. You see, this waterfall is very small and not that strong. You see, a reflection of him inside. And is there anything you say to yourself, anything that you're thinking about before you enter?
I think about my initial decision to commit to my decision in joining the party. And I also think about the feelings of loneliness that came with that decision, being separated with Kes'na. And yeah, I just think about all my conflicting feelings about having who and not having who. The decisions of having to choose my company, and finally knowing in deep inside I want both of them, both my brother and my current company, which is the
Yeah.
party.
And as summarize your feelings, you finally like put your hands up and like block the water as you enter yourself. Now, within you see Kes'na, who is like chest deep in like in a small pool inside, his head like relaxed, like leaning back against some rocks, and he notices you and like looks at you, and then like tiredly leans his head back against the rock again. Do you just stand there? Do you come closer?
And Sek'na will enter the pool, of course, not beside him, but like directly opposite him.
And there's just this awkward silence. The sound of water, seemingly similar to your feelings earlier, seemingly drowns out the rest of the world. Um, the soft amber light reflecting on the surface of the waterfall, and the bluish light gives this hazy purplish tone within this small cave that you find yourselves in. And yeah, there's this awkward silence between the siblings.
Sek'na is pondering if she should break the silence. I'm trying to choose between dialogues. Do I make a joke? Offensive?
That one
Angry?
moment in a visual novel.
I'm choosing charismatic option. Well, you
It's
look
very
like.
peaceful. Sorry.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. It's nice that you're. It's nice seeing you that you're feeling better. You look tired.
I guess I am. Okay. I guess we are both terrible at this. So I'll just say what's on my mind. Don't take this the wrong way, Sek'na, but I have learned a lot since we were separated. And he, pulls out his hand from the water. He's now like, his head straight up. His claw, sorry. And he holds it out. I actually became stronger individually. And I just realized that maybe I was childish, maybe I was immature, but I don't really know why I want power. Was it to spite our sister? Was it to make our parents proud? Was it just a childish dream to be recognized by everyone else?
I believe it wasn't necessarily about recognition. We just wanted to be seen. But that's not the point, brother. I understand your stride to gain power. What I don't understand is, why did you feel the need to do it alone? Was I holding you back?
Maybe. The reasons why wanted to pursue power, they were challenged. Dark Nine challenged me. And I don't really know the answers. You say we want to be seen. I think it's more than that. We spent most of our lives in the shadow of our sister. And when we were separated, I guess, I had some time to reflect. Maybe you see it that way. Maybe deep down, that is the reason. We just want to be seen. We just want to be noticed. But why do you want to be powerful, Sek'na?
Maybe I don't want to. Maybe for the longest time, your ambition, I mistook it for my own. Powerless or powerful. I was fine with everything that we were as long as we were together. But then I started having these contradicting feelings from which I battered myself. I missed you, yes. But there were also times that I didn't. I think we were always meant to have our own feelings. And that we do. I always wanted to feel new things, to see the world into a new perspective. But we weren't always able to do that since essentially we were stuck together. And yes, although we all often, if not always, agreed in what we would do, our minds, it dictates our actions, even though our hearts feel different. Were you able to feel my emotions when we were fused?
I did, but I guess I didn't pay attention to it. I saw it as weakness. I just thought we had the same agreement. But you say you were happy and you wanted to experience new things. I guess I didn't pay attention to it. And I still want to be powerful. I still want to be recognized by people, and he's doing gestures to be respected and recognized. And when we first had our compass, I immediately felt a deep connection with it. It showed me visions, a path into the future, where I had complete control of all the elements. And while we were separated, this connection was immensely stronger. I was able to imbue my elements to other creatures. And let me show you something. Then Kes'na begins focusing on himself. His claws and scales begin to radiate in different colors. The colors of each element, from his regular scale of poison to ice, and then acid, then lightning, then fire. Like elements like running through his scales. Then emerges from his wrist is a thorny and jagged shaped crown. Similar to yours, just different shape. The crown is fitted to be part of his gauntlet, it seems. As he holds it up to you, he continues. It's not complete yet, but I can control acid now. And I'm starting to get a feeling for lightning and fire. What about your changes?
Well, like you, I too discovered something within me during our departure. Although, while you were learning more about yourself, I was learning more about others. It would seem that you focus more in channeling the energies, the elemental energies around you to yourself, while I, with my compass, I am able to tap into the elemental energies present within the others, not necessarily channeling them to myself, but tapping into their echoes. I've grown to find myself to be a people person, although some might still be wary of me and intimidated by me, but I think I can safely say now that I actually do enjoy the company of these once strangers we've met in the middle of nowhere. Yes, they have their flaws, but their struggles to supersede that flaws. It's what keeps them growing and what makes them stronger. And yes, they can compare to your strength, brother. You are ever admirable as always. But something about being vulnerable, something about letting yourself be caught by others when you are faltering. Something about that is comforting. And I just hope that you can see that too. Seeing your condition, this elemental fatigue all over your body. How are you coping with your solitude? And I'm not talking about your achievements in power, but your emotional well-being.
I guess it was ambition. But Dark 9 made me realize I don't actually know what I'm working towards, but I think that's okay. Being separated from you, I felt like my shackles were off. I was free. Not that I don't want to be with you. I just think our powers were held back because we didn't grow individually. You are right, and it's good that you. And he kind of like, like stutters. It's it's good that you are a people person. You're right about being vulnerable and to be open to others, and more importantly to each other. And as you mentioned, I was right that true strength also comes from within. But no matter what path that we choose, at the end of the day, we are still siblings. Twins. Nothing is
And
ever going to change that.
yes,
I'm sorry.
did you just apologize?
I don't know. Did
Yes. I think you did. We never apologize to anyone.
Well, you're not anyone.
Oh, and Sek'na like becomes touched with the line.
Of course. Then I apologize as well. You'll always be my beloved brother.
And as of Kes'na, she began ahead of us. But I just had a realization. Just because she's ahead, that just means that we'll catch up and grow faster in the long run. And because of that, we can continue to grow ourselves and unlock our innermost potential and evolve into greater beings. Turn the seasons to our strength, reach enlightenment, and attain perfect evolution. I am not sure if this is the correct path, but this is the clearest for me. And as for us, as I mentioned, it's not that I don't want things to go back. It's more so that we have so much more to grow as individuals than as twins. If I can control and summon elementals, if I can imbue it, I think you can manipulate them much better than I. Do you agree?
I do. And that realization is what I've been postponing to feel and think about. But alas, it is the truth. We have so much potential to pursue in our own ways.
And maybe that is what stunted our growth. And if if you need, I can just ask. You've gotten a lot stronger, I feel, just talking to you. You never openly talk about your feelings, especially if it is different to mine. You've found your voice.
Yes. Who knew that our separation would bring so much change?
So much strength.
So much growth. I guess what's nice about being separated as well is I actually get to see or get to look better at your face. It's finally it's nice to finally see eye to eye with you.
Likewise. What is Sek'na currently feeling right now? Do you
I am.
give you three options? But you can say what you want, but I'm scared it might not fit, but
Yes, yes,
we can try.
options.
Go ahead. Oh, okay. You can either feel that you have finally lifted a heavy weight on your shoulders, i.e., purifying whatever negative feelings that you feel within yourself. Um, what else haven't you unlocked? You feel like your powers are reaffirmed to the point of excellent control um, and potency, and this reaffirmation and confirmation from Kes'na allows you to be more confident about yourself. Is that or um, it or does the bittersweet feeling of things aren't gonna go back to how it was hurts more? I think ice is not the feeling that you're feeling right now, so let's not give
No.
that choice now. Pick
It's
between
actually
poison or acid.
it's actually a mixture of both A and B since
Well, you can only learn one additional element.
wait, okay, fine, let me monologue this out to the side. Um well, Sek'na definitely feels like a huge weight has been lifted off her chest, especially like, finally talking about this with Kes'na, and like Sek'na finally revealing that she is a people person but have always been wary to connect, to form a connection with someone else deeply because she feels like it would be like betraying her brother, like choosing someone over him is like such used to be such a prosperous thought, and yeah, like now be acknowledged by Kes'na that there is power in that, and knowing that, I think, yeah, I think this will finally push Sek'na to not hold back in forging deeper connection and bonds with the newfound friends.
And it's very poetic because that is Kesna's element, poison. Um, and you know, it feels as if your body had been purified of all this ill, sickly emotions about yourself, this, insecurities and feelings of doubt. Um, that is the nature of poison. It corrupts, but it also purifies. And you feel in your scales this sickly, well, the sickly color, but the sickly green begin to emerge and like change color on your scales. And at the same time, for Kes'na, lightning also begins surging up and down between his forearms. And well, I think that is confirmation of our growth. I am changing, and you are getting rid of your weaknesses.
Yes. I guess this is the world's way of affirming a connection that will never be severed, that we will always manage to find each other and feel each other, even if there is distance between us. That although we are separated, we will never be ever truly separated.
Yeah, and at that moment, there's this, the waterfall. Um, like it's very shallow. It's very weak. It stops pouring down. Um, and it runs out of water. Now, question for the rest of the party: is anyone going to eavesdrop on this? It's like they're standing outside the waterfall.
Kairos, are you
And then
eavesdropping?
the waterfall stops and then reveals the eavesdropper.
Yeah.
Why is it me?
What if
No,
what
it's
if what
not
if
me.
it's everyone? What if
What if
it's
it's
I think
everyone?
I don't know
everyone?
if does the party, like, when Sek'na left to talk with Kes'na, are you guys curious, or do you guys leave them to their privacy? You guys can roleplay this out.
All right.
Okay,
Okay.
so what? Okay, I'll go first. What I'm
Hey,
thinking of is that I'm not specifically going to eavesdrop, but I will be nearer to the waterfall. But not close enough for me to eavesdrop. I'm closer to the waterfall and leaning back on the side, so I'm not directly eavesdropping on it. That's what I'll be doing.
I look over to Kairos and Everett. Hey, look. Do you think Grayson's eavesdropping? Should we eavesdrop too?
No, I don't think he's eavesdropping. Because if he was eavesdropping, he would be a lot closer and stealthier. But this one, he is a bit distant. Maybe he's just checking the mood and vibe of the people over there.
Oh, let's. Why don't we do that? Why don't we go check the mood and vibe too?
We can, but I suggest we go near Jason instead of going to the other two. Can I use
Okay.
my high perception check DM to see if Kairos notices this? I just feel like, yeah, like they're all jolly and stuff like that.
The Jilly Jolly? What the heck is that?
Like they're
The Jilly Jolly.
Jolly
Jilly
Ranch.
they're
Jolly.
chilling.
The
No,
Jilly
like I
Jolly.
can't find the right word, but like they're chilling and stuff. Like we don't. I don't want to eavesdrop, but like just check and see if they're like chill now. Chill now.
If you're staring at the waterfall when it runs out, then yeah. How about Everett before we resolve that?
Yes. Everett.
Oh, I feel for Everett is giving them the respect that they deserve. So he's going to remain on the spring. Just actually, he has his own corner basically on the spring. So it's just
How about
what you call this thinker, checking around to just accomplish whatever everyone's
how about
doing things.
how about Fion?
I'll stay behind.
Okay. As are you far away from everyone else, Fion?
Yes. I'm guessing it's far.
How far? Point of like
Oh my
no one
god.
can see you, or
Yeah, why not?
okay. As you know, out of anyone's sight, you hear a voice again. A masculine voice. We never really had water this pleasant, didn't we? I said it's quite nice. The sound of the voice of the person that you are, involved with. Put you on the spot, huh? I thought I was just.
I'm so sorry.
Gonna watch.
Hold on. My AirPods. It like timed really rightly that I did not hear whatever you said.
Oh,
It's like low
um,
battery. Please charge.
Oh my god.
the voice said,
Oh my god.
we never really had water as nice as this back home, didn't we?
Yeah. Never did.
It's nice.
What do you think of it?
I like it. And you don't see him, but it's as if the water is like rippling, as if someone's there.
Why are you putting so much trust in me?
I don't know. I just feel. I feel like I'm close to you, and it gets dark sometimes, and I feel comfortable here whenever I can visit, at least. Does this make you feel uncomfortable?
No, of course not. Not at all. It's just I yearn for you more now that you're here.
Well, I'll say just enjoy this moment, I guess. You've been through so much, and the water's nice, so and it's as if you feel like something's like splashing their face, or like they're submerging themselves underwater next to you.
I turn around and look what I felt. What was that you?
I wouldn't try anything here. You say, just okay. I'm just joking. Yeah. It's me.
Wait, you still haven't answered my question. Can I trust them?
I think they can lead you to me somehow. I mean, you're gonna need some allies, right? So there's, it's not gonna harm you if they're close to you. And I think right now, if I'm not here, I'm happier that you have some company at least. And then
But
they also seem very strong, so yeah.
I understand. I'll trust you for this.
And the moment lingers, but eventually, you don't feel their presence anymore after quite some time. And yeah, returning back to Kes'na and Sek'na, when the waterfall runs out, you just see it's only Kairos that's like directly staring at the cave, and it seems that we have worried our friends. Well, your friends. He chuckles.
Grayson would actually like to speak up and welcome back, Kes'na. We missed you.
Well, I did not miss you.
Well, as long as you're safe.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Was that a smile I saw on Kes'na's face?
No, no, Lumen. Don't overwhelm him.
I'll tell you who's smiling though. Sek'na. Same terrifying smile.
and then see Sek'na, it's all gonna work out.
I'm going to get something to eat. Goodbye. Then he just stands up.
And well, the village
go
is
with you.
setting up a bit of a feast in our honor. If you want, you could join us.
I will be there. Only for the food.
All right then.
And you know, you guys enjoy your time. You guys go back and forth from the village and to the spring. You eat a fantastic feast. Apparently I did say it's a very feminine deer, and I did also
It's a
say that they have a
Tasmanian deer.
husband. And yeah, so the village, it's not for your honor. It's just, they're very welcoming to adventurers, things like that. It's very important in ethereal primes, because there's so many primals in ethereal primes, and they're just curious about your stories. And let's say you guys enjoy a fantastic evening with all of them, and get a lot of these very aesthetic moments around the village. Just all of you enjoying yourselves. And then there's snapshots of various conversations, laughter, dancing, and music, and it's all in these snapshots of colors and elements and warm tones and fond memories.
Yay!
A thought lingers. Sorry. In each of you guys' mind. You could have lived this kind of life, should you have refused to learn about the forbidden knowledge. But it's easily overshadowed by your own ambitions and goals, and obviously, your struggles with that you have already faced together. So this is the choice that you have made. And before we end the session, of course, I gave you guys a wonderful,
No,
wonderful- wonderful scene there. I need to pull back.
Roll credits.
Let's go.
No.
Something
I'm not gonna roll.
after
No,
the
that's
credits.
post
After
credits.
credits and post credit
It's
scene. Let's
post-credits.
go.
The unfortunate thing here is I did not prepare for a music, but this is, you can blame Theodore and Lupus, because I was supposed to work on this, but I wasn't able to because you guys dragged me to play games.
Who said
not this one.
you gonna play? No.
I was prepping earlier this morning. I said I'm busy.
I
said
was
I'm
You said
playing
busy.
Arma
that I
3 and
wanna
then you
hang
said you're
out.
opening.
Excuse me, what did you say yesterday? Kuko, let's play tomorrow morning.
Oh, I
Kuko,
never said let's play tomorrow morning. I said let's
Kuko,
watch this movie tomorrow morning.
Kuko, let's play
B.I.
tomorrow
B.I.
morning. Kuko,
I said
Kuko,
B.I.
let's play. Um, I think we can just go with this. It's our tried and tested music. You just need to increase the volume a bit. It's a bit quiet.
Mom, I'm scared.
We see
Mom, I'm scared.
a grand chamber.
Pick me up, Donna.
We see a grand chamber where bright elemental lights radiate the crowd-filled cheering halls. The door, gently opens as we see a meek, well-dressed snake slither their way through the small gap that they have made for themselves. They adjust their dress promptly and stand up straight as they begin making their way through the lengthy throne room where people cheer and yell to their queen. The camera follows the snake from behind, blocking the throne as her high heels clack in each step, echoing loudly. Meanwhile, a snake on the throne is giving her speech. Today, we have struck a massive blow against the Zun Empire. They said it could not be done. But here we are. Lightning and fire erupts from her claws. No casualties, major victories. The crowd cheers and yells out a few questions. As the scene continues to play out, we follow the servant who slowly makes her way up some steps, does a salute to Queen Kes'na, and gently raises their hand afterwards, calling Kes'na's attention. Promptly, she steps back. She bows to the crowd, which just begs for attention. But Kes'na lowers her head to the small snake. One moment, everyone. This seems urgent. And then the servant whispers, My lady, we believe we may have found someone who knows of Kes'na and Sek'na's whereabouts. Kes'na tries to contain their smile. About time! And then she turns to address the crowd. Well, everyone, the rest of the battle report is now ready. So if you may, excuse me, for we have a nation to liberate. The crowd yells and cheers their praise of love and admiration for Queen Kes'na as she revels and smiles proudly on the crowd. But as soon as she steps away from the spotlight of her throne, her smile immediately fades as she steps into the shadow. Then, as if being pulled by a heavy weight, the camera shifts lower and lower. As the audience, we feel like our vision is being dragged deep underground. We see a grim chamber where dim elemental lights radiate the empty, hollow halls. The door gently opens as we see a confident, well-dressed snake strut their way through the doorway as they walk through the empty hallway. The camera follows them from behind, blocking the cell at the end as her high heels clack in each step, echoing with elemental power. As she looks down behind the bars, she sees another snake with blue scales in Dawn Republican knight's armor. The knight looks at Kes'na, lights. Sorry. Words. The knight looks at Kes'na, the lights against her, only seeing her shadow. She mistook her armor and crown for monstrous spikes, and her eyes radiate in various elemental colors, leering, akin to a hunter who's cornered their prey. Well, if it isn't Sleet, what once was a promising royal guard turned to a Dawn Republican lapdog. How was the weather in Dawn Republic? Sunny? Blinding? Sleet. None of your concern, witch. What have you done to Meadow's End? Kes'na, in a fury of rage, gently puts her claw on the metal bars, her eyes piercing in radiant fire. I only made the necessary changes to the Autumn Spire so that we do not yield to the draconic empires and other forces of evil that threatens our forests. Is that how you see it? Talk about being blinded. Kes'na, with the tip of her long, sharp claws, slowly saws through the metal bar with the slightest of movements. You know, I tried the nice way. I really did. It gets boring. She crouches in front of Sleet, sorry. Face level, her voice whispering like poison. You're brave for insulting me. Stupid, but brave. Sleet swallows. I don't forgot the word, but swallows their own breath or whatever. Gulps, but puts on a brave face. You think I'm scared of you? Oh no! You may have convinced yourself that you're not, but I can see right through you. That's cute, honestly. Because, you see, out there, I'm the queen. There are thousands who adore what I do, but down here, I am your master. I am your god, and you will worship me and obey me, and even if you don't, well, let's just say you'll be reuniting with someone that you really care about. Kes'na casts fire on one of the dark cells nearby, revealing Skim, Kes'na and Sek'na's personal servant, bound up in chains, their scales seemingly ripped off one by one, meticulously, carefully, making sure the blood doesn't explode. With the light on, Skim weakly opens his eyes, barely able to see or do anything else as he helplessly stares at Sleet. As her eyes go wide and her throat begins to gag. What did you do? Shh. That's what happens if you go against me. All I want is Kes'na and Sek'na's whereabouts. Sleet musters every fiber of their being. Fuck you. I warned your parents of the devil that you've become. Oh, well, weren't going to listen because I'm their talented little daughter, and they're the idiots that raised me. Anyways, since you insist on resisting, I could take my time with you, just like how I did with Skim over there. I was saving him for a special occasion in case someone arrives, just to give him some glimmer of hope, someone he can confide in. And oh, you two have so much in common: your silly affection towards my siblings, your fear towards me, and the pain you two will experience together. And hey, maybe you could even form an abomination of a fusion like my siblings. Kes'na smiles like a monster would. Utterly disgusting. Kes'na stands up and looks down at Sleep, still refusing to accept the situation, but attempts to put on a brave face. Oh, no more witty comebacks? That's what I thought. This is what happens if you don't let me be in control. Kes'na grabs Sleep by her cheeks. Now, where is Kes'na and Sek'na? As the camera pans away, we hear lightning, fire, acid melting something. As the pained screams of Sleep echoes through the empty halls, the servant quietly leaves and gently closes the door. And that is where we'll end the session.
Woo! Holy shit,
Yippee.
man! Why are you giving me this? Oh my god! Calm down.
Calm down.
This
The music
plot
did not
is
help.
something
The
else.
music
Heck
is
yeah! Let's go peeling the skin.
This
Woo!
is not the plot I was prepared
I
for.
can I can hear Lumen's voice about the servant. No.
Oh my
That's
god, man!
crazy.
The revelations. I thought Ethereal Primes was like the nonchalant nation.
No, the theory is nonchalant. Your sister
It is
isn't.
nonchalant. Yeah, exactly. Your sister's a psycho.
He's very chalant. She's super chalant.
Yes?
It's like
Yeah, your
Is this
sister's a
another?
psycho.
Is this another Nazun archetype? just kidding. Is it?
Worse.
Oh my god. It's worse, I think.
It's
Jesus
kind of
Christ.
worse than Nizun.
It's kind of worse, yes.
Legend is like no bullshit.
I mean, we haven't seen Nazun torture someone yet, you know.
Correction
Well,
is
no,
the aggressor.
Yeah, your sister's a
When-
psycho, a little bit psycho.
When Kes'na and Nizun meet, Nizun is like, who did this to you?
You're crazy.
You're crazy! But I like it. I do. Oh my goodness. And it's just, this is what happens if you don't, it's the contrast to what Kes'na and Sek'na just talked about.
Well, I'm fucking
yes.
stoked.
You guys sure you want to visit Meadows End?
Let's fucking go.
You want to go field trip?
Yeah, visit the capital. See what, tour Sek'na and Kes'na can tour the party
Sek'na.
around. Sek'na.
Want to visit the brothers?
Want to visit the brothers?
Want to visit my sister?
no, no.
Visit me, my family.
What a touching family reunion.
To the point that they can feel their skin.
I have
my
wild
God.
theories why Corexna wants us. Oh no.
I can already imagine what's going to happen. It's going
gonna
to
be like-
chaos. It's going to be Revenge.
Now,
She's gonna like rip the skin off Sek'na and Kes'na, and now you really look the same.
Yes.
Lumens
now,
protect.
Yeah.
Was that too graphic?
No, I love it.
Okay,
It's
good.
good
No,
enough,
I
actually.
enjoyed it.
Yes.
Not
I was
my
hoping-
baby
I-
Jim. I know he doesn't yet, but
But he's alive.
He's still alive. He's still alive,
alive.
just scaleless. He's just scaleless. You can't call him a scaly anymore.
no, how dare is this the scaly representation?
And you know the twisted
like
use of fusions. Jesus Christ.
Fusion.
Yeah,
Okay, yellow
they're going for
diamond.
the Jasper. They're going for the Jasper and the
Lapis lazuli.
Lapis fusion. They're gonna fuse in the
They're gonna
most,
fuse.
Dare you,
We're Malak.
They're gonna
baby.
turn into Malachite.
Shayla. Skim is
Um,
my stripes.
Guess who watched some clips of a very deranged quote unquote hero that loves the attention of the masses, but actually is an asshole.
Are you
Oh,
fucking
man,
watching The Boys? You're watching The Boys.
You're watching The
I mean,
Boys too?
It keeps getting recommended to my
Yes.
YouTube. I cannot watch it for the life of
I
me,
think
Actually,
I think
yeah.
it's
but, I
still
saw some of
tame.
them.
I think
I
the
treat
boys
it
is
as a
still
horror
too tame
movie.
for me.
I got so into The Boys, I actually started reading the comics. It gets much worse in the comics.
Yeah,
Much
yeah,
worse
yeah.
than a supernatural
Um,
horror movie.
This
So
might
scary.
this might get demonetized. Not that I get any
No,
money
no,
from
no.
this.
What you mean? It is.
All you need to do-
It is
all you
more.
need to do-
I mean, sorry.
The moment you get to 1,000 followers, you can get monetized.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
And it's actually
Anytime.
Hey,
what you call
gotta
innocent.
believe.
I'm
Gotta
about to make
believe.
500
I'm
dummy
sorry, I'm
accounts.
sorry.
Everyone else help.
Also,
See?
just a reminder, next Thursday.
You wanna
Is-
change the music muna?
Oh shit, sorry.
Yeah, let's change the
next
music muna.
next Thursday, it will be our 1 year anniversary Black Compass.
No way.
Yep.
No way.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yay!
No.
It is.
It is.
It is.
No.
Yes.
Because I started
What?
Black Compass right after I got, right around the time I got hired in the office.
No fucking way.
I'm gonna be
It
1 year.
doesn't
in the
feel like
No.
I'm playing them as a year now.
Okay. Go look back at our anima summary, a Black Compass summary. The first message I sent there is on May 24. Actually, never mind. It's on the 24th. I'm an idiot.
No, but still, it's gonna be a year. What? I've been playing the twins for a year.
May 25th is our first year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I've been playing with you guys for over a year.
Same
Oh,
here.
yeah, let's celebrate
Get
in
there.
the 25th.
So, I'm asking if someone can make an artwork for us. I think Miko and Kairos has
Oh
something
my god.
already in the
First
works.
anniversary artwork.
Yes?
Okay,
Is
you
that
can
a
download
yes?
the VN.
Because I actually don't know. I was
A
supposed to
nervous
ask you guys.
chuckle means yes.
Okay.
Can we
You know what?
get-
I have some things thought up, but it's not an artwork though.
It's
Oh
amazing.
no.
It's a cross stitch.
It's a crotch
It's
stitch.
It's a crotch
a poem,
stitch.
I guess.
Oh,
Ah.
sure. I mean,
Ah,
any
that's good,
form
that's
of
good,
art
sure.
is appreciated. But yeah,
Interpretive dance.
interpretative
Ano,
dance.
bubuksan
Solo
ko
game.
yung front camera ko, tapos sasayaw ako.
It's springtime. Okay.
What type of spring?
I'm tempted to make an actual blood compass.
Go for it. It's up to your own interpretation if you want to change it. I mean, it changes depending on the holder's personality and beliefs.
Yes.
So.
And then
up
I'll
to you.
fill it. I'll fill it with like green iced tea or something, so that like, oh look, it's Marsha's blood.
But yeah,
It's not.
No, dapat matcha.
Matcha. Yeah, exactly.
I think
Matcha.
I think I kind of went like I wasn't able to practice Karixna's scene because I just did that like earlier this morning. That's why I wasn't responding to you, Theodore, when you were in the group chat. I was like in Karixna mode, like I'm like how to be a
My
bad
God.
bitch.
No
Go
wonder.
down.
I guess.
I'm kind of scared about. Is this okay, Krome? Is this you said that this is
Yeah.
not what you expected, but
No, this is not what I'm prepared for. You went over and
okay,
beyond.
okay,
Like,
good,
damn,
good. I'm
I
scared
love
that
it.
yeah, I might have broken your immersion, but yeah,
No, I fucking love it.
okay, good,
So my
Good.
essence in my homeland.
good.
I thought
She's
what I was expecting
definitely
was an isolated plot with Kes'na and Sek'na, but dang, my
any
story.
theories?
My theory is, so why Corexna wants us back is so that you're we can she can extract us or something. You're a
I
part
I
of
have
thought it was gonna
me,
be a
and I'm a
triple
part of
fusion.
you. It's
I have
like
a
white
very
diamond shit. Ah,
I have a very terrible theory. I have a very terrible theory,
Go
and
on,
it's
go
that
on, go on.
either Kes'na or Sek'na dies.
no, no, take that back.
That's my
Don't
dark
give.
theory. Ooh.
No,
No
the
one's
fish.
dying.
That's
Come
the
on.
red right there.
It's like what do you call this? You got stabbed in the chest. We twist the wound and then we pull it out.
No,
What you
no,
mean?
no.
Oh man,
That's not gonna happen.
he's
Just
gonna protect.
keep a close eye on how I phrased some of the sentences there, especially when she was addressing the crowd. Um, we struck a massive blow against the Zun Empire. They said
No
it could not be done.
casualties.
No casualties, only major
Sure,
victories.
Corexna,
Woohoo!
you.
Cheer! We cheer! Everyone cheers!
Damn.
I feel like she's lying.
No, it reminds me of
An
like the no
inside check.
tariffs. There are no tariffs.
There is no war and there is no casualty in
There are
Boston.
no casualties in Basing State.
Everything's good.
Yeah.
All is well.
All is well.
All is well.
All
is
is
There is
well.
no
Zubi
war
dubi
in
zubi
Basing
dubi
State.
and everything that.
Yeah. And do you guys notice the like I love doing that, like using the same sentence structure and phrasing, but on a very different tone. So it
Yeah.
Different
started as a
context.
very cheerful and happy, and then the grim chamber, and even using the
Yeah.
same like alliteration, like grand chamber and then grim chamber.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Play
that.
word
Playing
play word.
word.
If there's a
Yes.
there's a grand chamber, grim chamber. Where's the gay chamber? Can I go
Ah,
to the gay
um,
chamber?
That's in Grayson's
No.
basement. Also, I'm happy to explain or do a little bit more of a deeper dive to, or like just a general explanation for the lore that Bentley dropped. If you want like
Okay.
but no like out of character questions like what happens if we do this step. Like no, I'm not gonna answer that. It's just more so like
Yeah.
like a better explanation of the descriptions that were given. And again, most of the stuff there are theories and understanding and information that Bentley has. May not be accurate.
Comment number 1. Sorry. I relate
So
to it.
much lore.
Indeed.
And just a peek behind the DM's curtain. I know it is a little bit weird to drop everything all in one, but I think yung approach ko with the last campaign is this very very slow reveal and introduction sa world. It was way too slow. The reason why we ended up having like a bunch, like 168. Now that might be a good thing, right? If we can stay consistent, but at least the problem with the last campaign is that it kind of lacks direction. The party was essentially
Strutting around.
exploring, and then when things
It was
happen,
open world. It was open
well,
world.
I framed it as an open world, but when things happen, characters dying, it became very rigid after that, and it kind of like, I don't know, like changed the tone.
Fell
of the
down a
campaign.
hole.
It kind of went there anyway, you know. At least in this way, you guys know the entire premise. You won't feel lost at any point. We can still explore and work on the main story at the same time. It just feels more proactive rather than like where to go, which side quests we're doing, yada yada yada. So I'm trading exploration for increased stakes and clearer goals compared to the last campaign, which was more open world but slow. So there you go. Also, I would like you guys to prepare next session. Think about what you want to do. This is your assignment for the week. Send me a message. You will spend 1 year in the Black Compass. However, you guys can travel around, but you need to do it as a group because Bentley will be accompanying you. You can teleport to a number of Black Compass forward bases. There's a gate in Apollio's Gate, Dawn Republic capital. There's one in Roanmire, Rordado capital. There's one in Ironwick, Frozen Expanse capital. There's one in Grimemire, city in Middlelands. There's one in the Spring Valley Forest, so not in the city. It's like in the middle of nowhere. There's one in Summerfield, which is also in the middle of the forest. There's one in Autumn Meadow, which is in the middle of the forest, like randomly. And then there's one in Winterspire capital, so it's in the city. And then there's also one in Monte Black, which is in Empty Domain, the desert region.
Oh my god.
Think about what you guys want to do, what you want to train. We will be going in a montage next session. So that's your
A
assignment.
1 year downtime. 1 year.
Think about what you guys will celebrate, about what you guys want to do or people to visit. We will roleplay them. Kindly make it. I know I don't want to like force your hands or anything like that, but don't make it like the major arc of your story. Like some people meeting up with very very important people in their lives. I think we can reserve that, or at least if we're gonna do that, make it only one person. So let me know if someone wants to take dibs on like I want to be that person. I actually don't encourage that anyone does that, but if you really
don't wanna
really
be that
want
person.
to, yeah, I mean you're not gonna meet
I'm
anyone
not.
anyway.
Yes, I don't want to be that
Everyone
person.
did.
You're forever
What you
alone, Everett.
mean?
You're forever
What you
alone,
mean?
Everett.
Actually, you might work, but there's no teleportation in in your hometown.
Enigma.
What? No. What? No. You're not there, right?
Yeah, we're not going to
Unless
hell.
you're there. Oh my god.
Unless
I
what?
don't think
Unless
you're
what?
third.
I didn't
Oh
read
my
your
God.
backstory.
No. That's okay.
I don't think they're in one of the places that I mentioned.
What? No. Just kidding.
So
It
shut up.
depends. What you mean? It's in my backstory.
Think about what you guys want to do. That's your assignment again. The earlier the better, so I can prep. Or if I reject your idea, we can come up with something else.
All right.
So
Before that,
basically
can I ask?
Of course.
Sorry. Okay. Can I ask this is for the matter of like this 1 year thing. Is Taro still living with that other guy in the treehouse
Alfred?
for this entire year?
Okay. Eventually, no. Eventually.
So is he basically with us in the Black Compass base?
No, he will not be joining you guys in the Black Compass.
Makes
not
me
a
wonder
Black
where
Compass
he is then.
We'll meet
All
up
right.
in campaign.
Because I think my year is gonna be
Well,
taken up by
Well,
that.
if you wanna ask him to meet somewhere, you can tell him. You guys haven't left.
Yeah, but I'll probably ask him basically where he's gonna go and
If-
where we're gonna.
If you wanna meet, the Grimemire City might be the best place for you to meet. But again, if it's going to be like a major thing, might be a little bit difficult to.
It's
to fit
not.
in
I
a
don't think
session.
I'm. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna aim for the major thing. It's more like just learning heritage stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Then definitely that can happen. So, but everyone
Is
has to
Grammar
be
the
there as
biggest
well.
city in Wildlands?
It's the biggest and only quote unquote civilized city.
Alright.
It's a city of carnivores who and tribal barbarians that left their tribe in order to pursue a quote unquote more peaceful life. It's not peaceful there, but you know, there it's like you put in a bunch of crazed like meat loving murderers in one city, but they're all trying to get better and like, you know, get over their condition, but it's in their nature to fight.
It's like putting a lot of what you call this. Just kidding. No, I don't. No,
It's just like my cats earlier.
Right.
you put them together, hoping they'll be sane enough to not fight each other, and still they
Alright.
fight each other. Just kidding.
I will send the 100-page PDF.
Nope.
I'm joking.
Anyways, guys, I need to go prep. I'm gonna take a
Bye,
bath.
guys.
Actually, same here. Thank
Bye.
you everyone so much for watching. I know it was a great designer, but yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Let's go! 1 year from now, Kairos is pregnant. Kairos is pregnant. Kairos is pregnant.
Kairos is pregnant.
Oh, Jesus Christ! What is random bullshit is happening here? Oh my God.
Kairos is pregnant. Kairos is pregnant. Get
What's
pregnant. Get
everything
pregnant.
been
Get
run?
pregnant. Get pregnant.